In a world where 7 people will play a game like never before. Will they survive? Audio Dungeon.
Good evening, what is up? Welcome to Audio Dungeon. I'm your host and DM, Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew, Roz Pitaro, Dan Isgro, Damian Scro, Brooke Armstrong, Vinny Pro, Tom Kokoza. Today's guests are Liam Lynch and Jordan Fultz. Guys, thank you to our partners and sponsors, Fantasy Network, Dungeon TV, Phoenix Studios, Norse Foundry, and Master Monk. And as always, thank you to our staff, Nick Simone, Steve Keeley, Percival Fairweather, Todd Heaney, Justin Sarachik, Lee House, and Liam Lynch. Guys, today's episode is Season 4, Episode 10, Quests of Old and New. Guys, how's everybody doing today?
All right.
Very good.
Rocking and
Doing
rolling.
well.
Good. Welcome to the stream. So, Liam, we had you on for 2 weeks. Let's Jordan, say hello to you, give you a proper introduction. So, for those who don't know Jordan has a really cool company online. It's called Flutesloot. And he's a co-founder with his wife. And the site that they have is, which is flutesloot.com, is devoted to D&D comments, all sorts of resource material. It's fantastic. Now that I found it, I will never lose it again.
Nice.
So he also Jordan has been performing improv professionally for 10 years for paying audiences. He hates glitter and he loves Fleetwood Mac. And he's a father of 2. How's it going, Jordan?
Going great. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a little tongue-tied. I'm just so starstruck with you guys, you know?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm starstruck of what you're doing. I think it's amazing. You know, we're trying to build our brand bigger and bigger, and you guys have Flutesloot, which is great. So how did you guys start that?
I started out with me taking a social media class in college, and we were required to make a blog, and I wanted to make a D&D blog, and it just evolved from there. My wife knows how to do web design and everything, so it was an easy fit. So we just went whole hog for it, registered the domain, and the rest is history. We're about 3 years into it.
That's awesome. Congrats. And your wife is an avid D&D player as well?
Yes, we both love playing D&D very much. I'm currently running 2 Curse of Strahd campaigns, one of which my wife is a player in.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. That's great. I try to get my wife into Dungeons & Dragons. She likes it. She likes watching the show, just doesn't want to play it. So
I failed to get my wife into improv, but I did succeed in getting her into D&D, which was actually her idea after she watched Community when they have those D&D episodes.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, she was like, "Do you know anyone that could teach us D&D?" And I was like, "I know a guy."
I know a guy.
I have an in.
Well, that's great. We're excited to have you on the show, Jordan. You have a cool part that I'm excited to see how it plays into. Guys, for everybody at home, as you know, that Fan Week was last week, and it's also this week, and who knows, it may even be the next week. You know, so you're gonna have a lot of chances to do some rolling today, to get involved. There's a lot of battles going on. If you know right now, you know that the main group is heading to the Burning Tree, and you know that Hogar by himself is going back to Queensland because he wants more pain and more punishment. So he's on his way back, or going to be on his way back to Queensland. And Thawin, who's now just newly returned to the light, you know, is going back to Sunken City with Gnome Patrol, with Jock. Jock's actually going to be going there as well, with Linda. Volt will be there. A lot of the fan PCs will be there. And there's going to be a battle there, and who knows what's going to happen at the tree. So there's a lot going on. Quick announcements. So I told you last week, we are now going to be a part of Fantasy Network. We have content that we're making. It's going to be on Fantasy Network, so you can check us out there. Also, Dungeon TV is going to be on, which is our channel that we started, is going to be on Plex TV. Actually, it is on Plex TV now. It's also on Roku, and you can find it in a couple of places too, like Cloud TV and Distro TV. Also, on YouTube, we have
Super chats are finally enabled.
Super Chats enabled, which is donations on YouTube. And finally, we have merchandise available, which we have our first 6 items up in our virtual store. You can check them out. You can buy a shirt today if one of our moderators can put that link into chat, so you can check it out. Guys, once again, this is Season 4, Episode 10, Quest of Old and New, and we're going to get started right away. And I think we're going to get started with a little Hogar.
Oh, boy.
You hear the breathing of Dan.
Exhale.
You're up first, buddy.
Okay, Dan, when we last left off, you were on the ship back to Rhaegar. You reached Rhaegar. The Queen was talking to you guys, had a conversation with Queen Frigg, and when you got back, you basically just are waiting for the ship to go to Queensland. Are you doing anything while you're in port at Rhaegar, or are you just going to get on the next ship and go to Queensland?
Is there anyone in not in Queensland? Is there anyone in Rhaegar who I could speak to about, I don't know, maybe hooking me up with some kind of magical item that I might be able to use, or if they could put some kind of magical enchantments on me or something like that? I'm looking for a wizard.
Okay, so the only person, Raphael's not there. That's the person you would know. The only person you know is the king. If you want to, I mean, he's very patient. You want to go see the king. So that's pretty much who you know. You know Devi. Devi's just probably not there right now because Devi's probably on one of the ships. So what do you guys want to do? 50 stars from Tom O'Connor. Love you guys. I finally caught all the way up at all the old episodes.
Wow. Awesome.
That is great.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Tom,
Impressive.
welcome to the stream.
Awesome.
I often see people saying that, like, oh, I love the show, and they're trying to catch up, and we're just like waiting for you to come on and join us. So enjoy the run.
Also, you have a good name, Tom. Right on.
That's not biased.
Nice. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to give Dan a second here. Michael Alger says, fasten your seatbelts, everyone. It's going to be a bumpy ride. He's absolutely correct. Let's see. Don't forget to share. Yeah, guys, 50 shares gets the +2 bonus. That's a +1 on battle rolls, on battle D6s, and a +2 on all checks for a D20. And the totem and rerolls are activated by likes and hearts. So if you get at 75, that activates the totem now. Okay, it will be forever reversed like that. And that's it. The stream merchandise link is in the thing. Oh, let's show this really quick. Sorry, guys, we have a lot of things to go today. Look at this in my hands. You will see it is at a few of us signed. We're about to finish it all. These are going out to all the Patreon members that have been with us in 2020. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you with the signed, autographed photos, which you guys asked for. And it only took us 7 months to deliver.
Sorry.
It took so long to design it. First, we had to do the A, then we had to do the U, and then so on. So, yeah, that's coming out, guys. That's coming very soon. We'll be signing that this week, and it's going out. Not Tom. Dan, you are in Rhaegar walking around. You can go see the king, or you can go not see the king. What do you want to do?
Yeah, you know what? I'll go see the king.
Okay, you get preferential treatment, of course, because of who you are. Everyone knows you. But you feel when you're there, you're not feeling the beloved feeling that maybe you once felt. So you finally go in and you see the king in his royal chamber. This is the big chamber that has the huge clock on the wall behind him. And he's there, sitting in his chair. Okay, you walk in. Yes, next, come up.
King Bellamon, Your Majesty.
Hogar. You caused all this mess?
Yes, I did, Your Majesty.
Why are you here?
I've apologized to Queen Frigg.
You
I'm here to
apologize.
apologize. I'm here to apologize to you as well.
Excuse me, I just destroyed the world. Sorry.
Yes, that's precisely why I'm here, Your Majesty.
What do you want?
I beg your... I'm here to apologize and to beg your forgiveness.
Well, do it.
I beg for your forgiveness.
No.
Wow. That's all you got?
That's it.
In order to show my contrition, I've accepted a mission from Queen Frigg. I'm headed to Queensland to retrieve the remains of King Argonne. And I come to you today to ask if you have any type of magical assistance you may be able to offer me.
No! Get out! I do not accept your apology. All the gnomes that have died are your fault. You caused this. Everyone who dies is on you. Get out!
Your Majesty, I'm trying to make amends.
Get out! And where's my dinner?
All right, I leave.
Some of the gnomish guards come over here, they start escorting you out.
I can imagine what that looks like. Just little guys next to this big half giant, just like pushing on his
What are
leg.
you trying to do?
Come on.
They're like nudging you on the leg.
Come on.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm Hogar. What are you gonna try to do?
It's like being attacked by an army of 3-year-olds.
If there's enough of them, you're gonna get overwhelmed eventually.
They do have flamethrowers and stuff. So they can do something. Okay, we're gonna head over to the rest of the group. You guys are now for the first time on the airship flying towards the burning tree near Falandor. This is Jordan's not yet in the game. This still has Liam's there as well, and you guys are now just role playing that right now. You can take it away.
Well, here we are once again, all together. Isn't this nice?
Yes.
I'm glad you're back, Bo, Abyssia, and Finn, because I've been doing this by myself for the past 22 years, with no help from others, because
Excuse
of
me.
Certain reasons.
I've been a great help.
No, I'm not talking. I forgot using the headsets. I forgot using the headsets. No. I don't mean you, Orman. Yes, you are an extremely large help right now.
By the process of elimination, you're talking about me.
Oh, yes, I am.
I didn't help. You left me in this Red City.
Yeah, why did I leave you in the Red City?
Why did you leave me in the Red City?
Let's see. Let's think about
That's
it.
the question.
You really want to go down this route? I haven't seen you in 22 years. You really want to go down this route?
Do it. Go down the route.
I'm not. Just to remind you, I'm not the 18-year-old I was when I left you the last time, my friend. So, watch your tongue with what you tell me.
He's a real
Watch
man now.
my tongue.
I mean, a real whatever.
That's it.
Adult.
Well, I was just trying to keep everything calm.
Keep everything calm by inciting Hogar to kill.
I did not incite Hogar.
Oh no! Oh, maybe we should kill him, Hogar. Yeah, let's go and kill him, Hogar. That's not inciting him. I don't think so.
I was just throwing out ideas.
Ideas. Do you see what's going on out here?
Ideas.
Because of your
burning
idea.
down the whole courtroom. I suggested just locking Wetzel up for a little bit.
And how did you implement those ideas? Oh, by telling Hogar to attack.
I know that your memory is
Oh,
very
really?
incorrect.
Really?
Yes, I told Hogar to calm down.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, really?
Really?
That's why you kept inciting him and saying, maybe we should kill him. Maybe we should kill him. The king ain't gonna help. We should kill him.
The
Clearly,
king.
this was a very confusing
It was
time.
very confusing time. It was. Like I said, we were both trying to convince Argonne and Hogar to cool down.
You didn't
we were
try
all
to
there
convince
working together.
anything.
We were all there together, and then
Wait, and then on top of it, let me enlighten the rest of you as to what happened here. So once Hogar went ballistic and decided to murder Wexel, our friend here, who says he tried to calm the situation and help out, went over to check Wexel to see if he was still living, saw that he was breathing, and smashed in his face with the butt of his rifle.
Oh no!
smashed in.
He just outed you.
Or did or am I missing?
Do any of you know?
Am I
Wexel?
Am I missing that too?
Wexel, I sure did. I had to take him out.
So let me see.
because
Why did I leave you in the sunken city by yourself for 22 years?
we were
Because
in
I
the
don't
Red
trust
City.
you.
First off, you don't trust me. What?
We went back with a mission.
Guys, gentlemen.
We went back with a mission.
All right.
Wait,
This is very heated immediately.
Clearly,
gentlemen.
yes.
I
Clearly, we had some
I don't want anybody.
issues.
Yeah, I don't want anybody
there.
to say anything or do anything they're going to regret.
Oh, I have no intentions of doing anything that I'm going to regret.
Every time
well,
I'm with
I
you
won't
guys,
regret
you just
anything I
start
do either.
bickering over everything.
And Wexel was
true.
going nuts.
Yes.
Wexel smashed the rod against the ring. He created a gigantic explosion. He was a danger to everybody.
But why did he do it?
He was going
Why?
crazy.
Why did he do it?
Because Hogar started going crazy.
Okay, and why did Hogar go crazy? You're a pretty intelligent guy, right?
Wait. I just want to actually jump in and ask that question in a serious way, because I don't know the answer to that. Why did Hogar
so what happened?
go crazy and try and kill Wexel?
So what happened
what happened?
What happened was Hogar, after he left you guys, basically, he went back to his homeland and ended up becoming what do we call them? When we bond with the god.
Linked. Bound.
Yeah. He ended up going back to his homeland and became bound to the Archmage. After the Archmage convinced him somehow that killing Wexel or stopping Wexel from being at the trial was the best course of action to save the world. The same ancient who was, trying to destroy the world not more than 3 days prior, all of a sudden is convincing Hogar, and Hogar goes and believes him for some unknown reason, and decides he wants to murder Wexel all of a sudden. Now, and on top of that, he brings back 10,000 of his forces of half-giants to overrun the Red City once he decided to go ballistic on Wexel.
It was a good plan. All right.
Sparky, what's up? Guys, we don't have to fight.
Oh, no, we're not fighting. This ain't a fight. This is an argument. There's a difference.
All right, there's a lot of
And I'm cluing my friends in.
2 years.
And I point to the three.
Who's the three that are your friends?
Damien, Brooke, and Tom.
Okay.
And I'm explaining to my friends here what happened that 22 years ago on what they missed out on.
Okay. Let's focus on what we gotta do
Hogar
here.
had some sort of secret plan. So I backed him. I backed Hogar. I do the same for any one of you if you bound yourself to the Archmage and appeared with an army of half-giants.
Oh, really?
Well, maybe not anymore.
Okay? The same.
Once bitten,
I'll
admit.
The same ancient that we were fighting not more than 3 days prior. All of a sudden, you're gonna go and back somebody that's here to do it?
I thought Hogar was. It was Hogar.
Right. Well, and Hogar days prior was, our friend and leader. You would hope that he would have some sort of.
And you know what?
Plan.
I did just to put it on the record. I did side with Hogar. All right. I did attempt to make Argonne stop what he was doing, but somebody over here kept pushing Hogar in the wrong direction.
No, I didn't
instead of alleviating the situation. He made it worse.
No, things got out of hand when Onyx and Two Mage attacked Hogar.
But why did Onyx and Two Mage attack Hogar?
He started.
Why?
He started getting a little out of control.
Continue why?
Just tell us.
All right.
Somebody over here kept instigating him.
I didn't instigate. That is.
Can't we at least agree that whatever has happened in the past has happened, and we have many things to overcome right now?
Oh, I know.
We really need to kind of unite.
That's why I came to find Finn and you two. To do exactly that.
I'm glad we're back together, but we've got to put that past us and look towards.
So, onto more pressing matters.
All right. I'm also traveling with my friends, Finn, Sparky, Abyssia.
And when did you decide to start traveling with them?
That's my friend. There's a little overlap between our groups. Fine. But make it clear that we're two separate groups now. We're two separate groups traveling together that contain everybody, but each one doesn't contain one of us.
He's like it's a Venn diagram, okay? Venn diagram. Some of us are together in one group over here in this circle, and then this other circle up here. So that's what it is.
Notorious, can you please tell Arky that he's a jerk?
It's like
Notorious, could you tell he's a jerk?
It's like a bad episode. It's like a bad season of like Big Brother, where like they're just alliances fighting each other.
All right.
But yes, onto more pressing matters.
Who would like an ale? I'm gonna go for an ale. Anybody? We gotta find some ales.
Okay, so you guys.
That's what I'm thinking.
More time passes, and we're gonna move this along. You guys, that was actually warranted. We had to have that conversation and had to roleplay that.
And I clue them in as to like what happened in the 22 years.
Okay, so you guys clue into all the stuff that he's done over the years, and the journey. You guys now know the journey that was on Audio Dungeon from season 4, episode 1 up until now. So you're now clued into all of that information.
Can I know what Arky did the last 22 years?
You could ask. Oh, no, you didn't ask. That was Vinny said that. Okay.
I'm not telling you.
You have to.
I sat in my shop and I made things.
You have to.
Sat in my shop and made things. How about defended the sunken city against the Red Goblin? All right, then me and Jock and Gnome Patrol. I founded Gnome Patrol, but I guess you didn't hear about that. All right,
A little thing called Gnome Patrol.
okay, and we started turning the tide. Okay, we started turning the tide against Drogano.
I broke Rob.
All right, so when anyone asks how the comeback started, let it be said that it started in the sunken city.
Oh, it had nothing to do with me releasing a god from a tomb to come and help you guys, right?
Yes, you both did great things.
Well, that happened
Oh yeah.
later.
That was a little piece of it.
That
was a-
that was a little piece.
All
of
right,
it.
so we were
Okay.
working to the same side.
Great things. You both did.
Listen, it's obvious that both of you had to go on your own ways and do what had to be done, so we could be back here with all of the reinforcements that we do have. Can that be agreed upon?
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Abyssia. Yes.
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 Well, anyway,
well
we
said.
need to get to the tree and try to get the third ring reconstructed.
Isn't that what we're doing right now?
Yeah, we also need to get to the tree.
Yes, we're all going together. We got it. All right. So
Great.
we've got.
In 2 groups.
You have the.
But separate.
2 separate adjacent groups.
Separately adjacent.
Do we know?
Separately together.
Do we know?
Lump,
Thistle.
Lump walks up. Oh,
How
happy to be
to
back together.
Forge the ring.
Oh, hi, Lump.
Lump.
Lump!
Hi. Lump not mad. Lump happy.
Yeah,
Lump,
man.
Lump now.
Lump, you look-
Lump is now wizard. Lump is now druid. And Lump is now chief of Orc clan.
Wow, Lump.
Yes.
Very nice.
Me go with you to where we go?
Back to the tree, Lump.
To tree. Me no way to get to tree, cause tree is on fire. It hot.
So just follow.
Okay.
Follow the smoke.
No, secret way. Me no way. Me no guy who no way to tree.
Oh, you mean once we're back at the village? You're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like flying there.
No, me fly there straight towards burning tree. Easy.
So, what's this way? The secret way?
We no guy. Me just say me no guy.
Who told you?
I thought that was Thistle's thing. Lump, are you also a master?
That was a thief.
Where'd you get that from?
It's chief skill. Me pick up chief class. Me take 3 levels. Me now me no guy.
All right.
All right. But Finn, well, that's the reason I
Yeah.
sought. That's the reason I sought out Orman after freeing the Dwarven King. He recommended that we find one of the original druids if there was still one around, and the closest thing I came up with was Orman. And
He is a druid. It's not like it's close to a druid.
no.
Orman, you are a druid.
I mean, no.
I keep telling him this. He doesn't believe me.
It's not like, well, he knew a druid, and that's the best we've got.
No. I didn't mean it like that. I mean it like the closest to like the original druids, as in like the people that made the rings, is what I meant.
This guy Ormond. He could spell the word druid.
Orman, trust me, I believe that you are a druid. We just traveled through trees and plants to get across the continent, and I don't even know how that happened, but
Oh,
it
it was
happened.
so fun. The Me Too magic show.
Wow.
Wow.
Did a magic show.
Yes.
Don't
You
ask.
guys-
Don't ask.
Nothing
That
has
was the wrong
changed.
group, Finn.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah, I believe
all right.
Orman's the key to, and I look to Orman for
All
guidance
right,
on this.
Orman, do you know how we're gonna reforge this ring when we get to this to the tree? Do you know
We
what
will-
to do?
I think so. I have a strong feeling I know what to do.
I like it. Strong feelings are good.
That's the best we get in the show. Strong feeling? Let's go. Somewhat of a clue?
We're all fine
Got
here
it.
now.
Let's go.
How are you?
Let's convict. You think he did it? Good enough for me.
Inkling, you say?
That guy looked at you. Must be the murderer. Okay, so
That's how it was before, science and stuff.
yes, it was like that. Hi, we're already dungeon. We're back to talking about older times when law was much more strict and ridiculous. Okay, so you guys you guys arrive near the burning tree as close as you can get. You can immediately feel it's like approaching the sun in some regards. You feel the heat, or like any large fire. Didn't need to use the sun for that example. You guys.
You're really incinerated.
Yes, exactly. You were incinerated many miles ago. You guys go by the tree. You guys land down in a small encampment, and this is the encampment where you and Ormond and Lump came from. And you guys that haven't been there before, as you're arriving, you see this encampment is orcs. It's stragglers of all around different races, and a lot of elves. And the elves look like they've been actually, you can see already as you're landing the ship, they've already been burned by fire, probably from the beginning. And what you saw from up above before you were landing on the airship is Falindor pretty much just being wiped off the planet. And it's just in ruins. And Tom, for you, this is the first time Findalar is seeing this. You guys land on the ground. Lump makes his way over to some of the orcs. They talk. Ormond, you see obviously a lot of people in the town as well. And you guys make your way over there.
Is this still the same day?
Is it still the same day? It is still the same. Yeah, it's still the same day.
No, I'm just trying to keep track.
But we have a new ring now, so.
Well, no.
Tom has the other ring, no?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So.
Okay, so you guys land. You guys are on the ground. I'm going to take you out of tense mode right now.
Oh.
It's no longer tense.
We've cleared the air. Now it's just like a steady uneasiness.
It's like Festivus.
For the rest of us.
The airing of the grievances.
Now it's just like a normal Thanksgiving. You and your whole family.
Problems with you people.
Aww.
And you're going to hear about them.
Right.
Charles Morrison says it's like an episode of Jersey Shore. Either because we're fighting, or because we have accents, or because we're fighting and we have accents.
Every time I feel like I sound like I'm from New York, then I just listen to Vinny speak, and I go,
Oh,
no. Vinny sounds like he's from New York.
It's bad.
Vinny is
I'm that guy.
is the most of us.
I told Charles to just wait until he hears us on Dungeon Talk.
Oh God.
Yes. He just said yes. I said 3 different things. He just said yes. It's all of those things. This is what it's like in New York. We argue, we love, and then we fight.
We love to argue.
Right?
And
And we eat.
Then we have a little pasta to make up.
makes it all better.
Yeah.
You
Make
take
up in the pasta.
And I take a nap.
Take a nap. Have a little pasta. Forget about it. Okay. Jordan, I promise we get more done in the show.
I'm not.
Jordan's like, when do I start? When do I begin?
I think Jordan's like, when do I leave right now?
Okay, so you guys are on the ground, and you are talking about the tree. And Sparky says, so how are we going to get to the tree? It's too hot.
That's a good question.
Well, Lump, this is you said you know a guy who can get us there.
Yes, Lump,
Right?
Lump no guy. Me go get guy. Lump walks over, and you see him looking at people, and he goes, Guy, you guy. No? Oh.
If his name is Guy, I'll die.
I wish it was. You look through a bunch of people. He comes back in about a few minutes, and he comes back with Jordan's character. Jordan, introduce yourself and tell us what you look like.
Wow. Lump actually came back with somebody.
So up comes walking this half-orc looking fellow with big old tusks.
Perfect.
And long, luscious blonde hair.
Lustrous hair is very important.
He's a mix.
He wears no armor. He's got a tank top, and his muscles are well oiled. You're not sure what kind of oil it is. He has a pair of wolf eye tattoos, like at the base of his neck, like where his chest begins. You think it's meaningful in some way to him. And he's eating some cheese. And he finishes eating, and he says, well, how can I be of service to you all? He kind of gives like a dashing look, and his hair kind of blows in the wind.
See, I found Guy. He's a little unusual. He's not like me.
No,
I'm impressed he came back
his
with
hair's
anyone.
amazing.
Me take that as a compliment.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I think we need to figure out a way to get through the fire in the tree. Do you know how to do that?
Well, you're in luck. See, in my recent scouting missions, when I foraged for skunks, I found a pathway that is unprecedented. Might just be able to get you and your group down into that tree, deep into the roots.
It's not the
wherever you need to
president. Not the president.
Leave it to
Me,
Lump.
me help. Sorry, me help.
President.
Continue.
Sorry if my vocabulary is a little off. I spend a lot of time on my own. You know.
No.
Working on
We
my
know
point.
every word you say.
Why?
So,
Not the president.
That's great. Let's do that. I have to ask though, why were you foraging for skunks?
well, it's simple. Skunks, their odor can be harvested and purified to make a wonderful muscular oil, which you can see here now on my body.
Oh. Wait, so
Oh, that's why he's glistening.
We
So
always
you're-
wonder why you smell good.
you're lathered up in skunk oil?
Yes,
is there
it
a
lacks
smell?
it lacks the same odor, but it does have the reverse effect, making me more attractive. Whereas skunks, they repel. I
You attract.
appel.
Uphill, yes. Uphill. Uphill.
Okay then.
Okay.
Intriguing.
And what's your name?
Oh, so they call me cilantro.
I love it.
Of course they do.
What last
Oh my
name?
God. Wow.
Oh,
That's
man.
my parents over there. My parents, the old timers over there, and you see like a half orc,
parents are here too.
orc and a human, and they're just like super old, just like rocking in their chairs.
Wow.
They have
Like-
rocking chairs. I have no rocking chair.
Oh my God.
I whittled that chair myself out of a tree.
Is there anything that you don't do, cilantro?
Wow.
I don't like potatoes. I don't like apples. They get stuck in my tusks. The tough skin peel. I like my friends Mac and Fleetwood. And then there's an elven girl who's a little sweet on me. I don't like her though. Her name's Glitter.
Oh yeah, me no like glitter either.
Yeah, Glitter.
Aw.
Bad.
No, she's no good. Okay, now we get to know each other too well.
Okay.
I
Nice
think I
to meet
agree.
you, Toronto.
We should get going.
Yeah,
We have to use these rings. Can we do this? Is this a thing?
How much daylight do we have left?
You very little. Very little. It's like as you say that, it's like woo. There goes the sun.
So, the question is, do we want to wait till tomorrow morning, or do we want to wait or go now? How far
Well,
of a how far of a travel?
Fire
is it?
lights the way.
It's from here. It's at least 5-6 hours if you are marching. We have 200 stars from Scott Weber. Lum says to Sparky, "Me unite orcs, help save elves." But how do we put out fire? So, as Lum says that now.
You're so Sparky. Like I told you before, me unite all orcs in area. Me chief. Me basically orc number 1, and me thinking you stay and you be orc number 2.
Okay. I don't know if I could be an orc though. Can I just be a gnome?
No, you be orc number 2.
Oh. Maybe after everything dies down a little bit, you know. Hopefully not us.
Yeah, number 2. So how do we stop fire?
That's a good question.
So,
So you guys are sitting down, you're eating, and you're relaxing, and you're waiting for tomorrow to go. And you're all there, by the way.
so
Wait, did we decide
I
to wait?
actually turned to Orman.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Orman, are we going to actually?
You don't
need-
have to. That's just we suggested. I thought you guys were going with it, so you could change that if you want.
Are we going to need the power of the both rings? Obviously, we're going to need the power of both rings, right? So we're going to have to wait till at least tomorrow to do any type of
work, correct?
I would think we would need, yes, you're correct. Both rings will be required.
So I vote for staying here in safety tonight, and then moving out first thing in the morning, or as early as, possible.
So you will.
It's okay with me.
You do need both rings, and from what you know, Ormond, that you'll need to do something to get that third ring active. At that point, so if you're gonna initiate or redo the spell, the enchantment, restart it, you will need to get the third ring. But you can do that when you're there.
So either way we gotta wait till tomorrow because we need.
Yeah, I'm just being clear for you.
Yeah.
He knows you can do it in the process. Even if the third ring is broken, the druid can put it back together.
Okay.
With the power of the planet. So yeah, guys, you keep role playing. You guys are there. Go ahead. Go for it. Wait. Are you staying, or I'm sorry? Are you?
Oh, so that was
Yeah, go ahead.
my vote is to stay till tomorrow morning. So
Yeah, I think if we're here in relative safety, let's stay here until we need to go. We don't know what's out there in the forest.
Well, do we need the cover of darkness to access this mysterious tunnel, Cilantro?
Oh, it's day or night, really.
all right. So let's wait till tomorrow then. So we have the full power of both rings. Findalar will have all his spells. I don't know if he's even used any, but if I saw what was going on down there, is
I
back
used
in the
a
city.
lot.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much.
many spells to not die. Like usual,
So you guys are waiting till tomorrow, or are you going tonight?
We'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait.
wait.
We'll wait till
Yes.
tomorrow.
Okay. So you guys are you decide you're gonna wait tomorrow. We're gonna head over to our third story that's happening today, which is an interesting battle. This is going to take place in Sunken City. Guys, we're heading over to Thowin, who's been heading over to Sunken City with Jock, with Gnome Patrol, with Linda, and we have a lot of the fan NPCs there that are there in the battle. We're going to cut to when they've already arrived, and the scene comes down to Thowin is walking through the streets hurriedly, and a lot of Gnome Patrol is around him. Volt is there as well. And Volt is just finished explaining some sort of idea he has that he wants to do, and he feels like it'll help everybody get into gear. Thowin, at this point, has been saying how he doesn't really want to attack the army if he don't have to. He feels like they're loyal to him, and he wants the ideas wants to go out there and meet them and talk to them and try to avoid the battle if they can. That's where we start right now. You guys are all Gnome Patrol. Jordan, Gnome Patrol is a group of gnomes that have little mech suits, and they're all going to be defending the city called Sunken City. And right now they're preparing for an onslaught of this evil army that's coming in. And you're going to play a character, and just come up with a name for a gnome, and you will be one of the new gnomes in Gnome Patrol.
Oh, excellent.
So, guys, let's take everybody here, and the same thing with you, Liam. You get the same thing. You get one of the gnomes that joined Gnome Patrol for this battle.
Nice.
You guys are all in the middle of town, and let's get a plan going. You guys are all assembling. I'll do it in character. Jinty comes out. Jinty, who's current mayor. Okay, everyone. Gnome Patrol has apparently been successful. Who knew? But they returned. So we're all shocked and stunned. I'll give you a minute.
Gnome Patrol!
So now we're glad to have you back, and we have to defend this city. So now we have King Thowin here, who is apparently used to be a bad guy, and now he's a good guy. So it's okay with me. He seems very powerful. He looks and goes, "Yes, I am very powerful, and I will help you do everything I can to stop the army. I used to lead this army. I'm not afraid to admit it to you. But I tell you, I will do anything I can and everything I can to stop them from sacking the city." Good. Okay, guys. This goes out to any of the fan NPCs that are here also. Guys, we need to figure out some sort of plan to save the Sunken City. He goes, what are we going to do? We have the cannon walls that are up and operational, but if they get by the cannon walls and we go to hand-to-hand combat, it's going to be rough. We also have the airships that came in. It's about almost 50. And that's it. We need a plan, guys. Before you start, in Sunken City this is the fan player characters that are here. You guys can have ideas. I'll try to read them. Todd, help me out. Volt, Gathard, Livmora, Jacques, Linda, Thawen, of course, we just named. All the No Patrol gnomes. Lump. The Lump's not there. Sparky. Carl. Oh, no, Sparky's not there either. Sparky's with you guys. Carl Linger is here. Carlita Linger is here. Xander and Ren. Those are all the fan NPCs that are here and can give ideas and help out and be included in this battle. Guys, all fan NPCs, all crew, all guests, you guys can now brainstorm the best idea. I'm going to give you guys a maximum of 5 minutes on this, and after that, the attack is starting.
I turned to what's it called? That one real fast. So, where are they expected to come from?
They are coming from the south. It's an army of the land.
So it's a land attack.
Yes.
I'm doing Thistle's voice.
What happened to your voice?
Get higher. Get higher.
It's all that dust from the. It's all that dust from the desert there.
1 minute just burned.
Sorry. Anyway.
All right.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Femto Fiddledrum. I'll be playing the war drum during this march. I've got it right here, ready to fill
Oh,
it.
good. I feel like we never have drums. Good.
Yes,
Good.
that's all I have to offer. Just wanted
Excellent.
to point that out.
No, that's great. That's great.
There you go.
Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
You should definitely be in this meeting about tactics. Come up, drummer.
So,
How many are in the army that are coming?
The army is very large, about 100,000 strong.
How many of us are there?
10.
Well,
How many drummers do
I
they
like
have?
our odds.
well, we have one more drummer. Okay, that's one. Did someone write that down? Okay.
I'm quite experienced, though.
We have Gnome Patrol.
That's 6.
That's pretty good.
Yay!
Yeah. We have many guards. We probably have about 2,000 guards. But we have a lot of flamethrowers, and we have a mighty wall of cannons that has been working very well. And there's over 1,000 cannons on it, and that stands for something. And we have 50 airships. So, don't worry. We can defend this city. We can do something.
All right. What if we let the army come in?
No.
And no, not like in a way, but like come
That
towards
doesn't
the
mean
city. Wait,
we
let
lost.
me finish.
What
I
if we
forget to
just
finish my sentences. So the army's approaching. What if the ships come around the back and we fire at them from the wall in the front and try to hit them from both sides?
A pincer.
So let them approach the city. And then we have the ships swing around back as we fire the cannons from the front, and then Gnome Patrol will sweep up the rest.
Is there any way? And hi, this is Corny of Corny's Corner. Is there any way that
I love it, Tom.
Corny, you made it.
Yeah, I didn't go far. Anyway, I'm glad to see Arky didn't come back. Is there any way we can perhaps attract or entice the hordes of demons and monsters that lie outside the wall to come and attack the army? Is there a way that maybe we could somehow get them to come and be like a negating force on this huge army?
But if they come, they might just attack us.
Aren't they on the same side?
Oh no, they're not friends.
Yeah, I
They're
think
friends?
that's too risky.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, that one's plan was to go out and talk to them, right?
Yeah, I think that.
Yes, I want to go out there and meet them first, and then hopefully I can reach some sort of reasonable understanding with them. I don't know if anyone wants to come with me, but I would welcome the company.
No patrol!
Yeah, let's go. I don't know if that's a good idea.
What is Gnome Patrol?
That's us. That's us. We're a patrol of gnomes.
They have
Do something.
giant mechanical armor, King Cowan.
Oh,
And they have each of the armors has different special technology abilities that allow them to be a relatively elite fighting force.
Oh, nerds.
Those armors were crafted at Corny's Corner, the premier armor shop here.
He totally took over.
Surely, with all the lifetimes that you've spent in Andaria, you've heard of Gnome Patrol.
I thought Arky had.
No, I have.
right?
I have not, but I welcome any help. I will leave almost immediately for No Patrol. And all of a sudden, here, hey, don't leave without me. It's me. Who are you? Carl Linger. Oh. Okay, you may come with me. Are you important here? Yeah, I'm really important. I used to be mayor. Well, that's great. I'm getting worried.
That's pretty important.
Okay, we're leaving immediately. Whoever's coming.
Thowin, No
Come
Patrol, and
Yeah, that was is used to having heroes at the 50th level in his back. Now has no control and Carl Linger.
It'll do.
Would Jacques go?
That
with him?
didn't fight for 30 years in real life just to get to this. Jacques is there. Jacques will
Would
go
Jacques go with him?
Maybe Jacques should go with him.
Yes. Jacques goes up. I will go with you to give you some sanity. Because I am the best thing you have here.
Sharky is
And Linda comes too. We're going.
Look, Vince just keeps adding more people.
I was to talk to yourself for like 2 hours.
Yeah, great. How's that you trying to do? It's working. It's working. I fell for it 9 times already. Okay, so you guys take off. Guys, you need to have any kind of ideas. I'm going to give you another 2 minutes, and then that is done. That first group leaves. No Patrol leaves. Let's see what the fans are saying right here.
Oh, No Patrol is going with them? I guess
You don't have to. You guys said you wanted to.
I think No Patrol should go with him, no?
All right.
At least give him some cover.
Okay, so Gathard has one of the airships from above, and Gathard's airship can move out to the south into the distance. His ship is quick enough he can scout ahead and fire flares into the sky when he sees the enemy approaching. So I think everybody's going to probably just hitch a ride with him. So Gathard, Thao, and everybody's going to join you on the airship.
That's a good
They're going
idea.
to scout, and they're going to go ahead. Michael Aldridge agrees with Derek Luxton. Michael Aldridge says the Dwarven King can help with combat and tactics. The Dwarven King is not there. He's protecting the crystal in Goblin City, in the Red City. Michael Aldridge also says the airships can bomb the incoming enemies, which is obviously a great idea. Charles Morrison wants to know if there's any mages in the city. There are not many mages. There's probably a handful from the gnomes, but not many at all.
What about from Queensland? Mages.
There are. The forces are not from Queensland. The forces are actually.
It's Downland's forces, right?
And there are wizards inside. Yes, they are powerful. Keenan Brown says Xander will help quadrate the cannon with the cannon will fire, targeting key points of advance and large enemy groups. With criminal connections, Xander convinces some of the local criminal elements that defending the city will help them keep their lifestyles. Keenan, give me a D20 roll, and we'll see how that goes. Richard Wild says he's in the city defending the Red Knight's crystal. Got it? Yeah, the Dwarven King, right. Evan Moni says there's an artificer. That's him. That is Evan. Legendary fire. Yeah, that one is heading out. Okay, that's pretty much all I'm seeing. How many airships? There are 50 airships that are going in. Everyone pretty much knows what's going on. Okay, what did you roll? Keenan, you have to roll we'll try one more time. Actually, roll one of those things. That didn't work. Take off the 1 and roll D20. So you guys head off in with Gathard's airship, and you guys to meet the army. You guys fly out there for probably about 40 minutes of flying, and you see this long line of army in black armor just coming down, swiggling down from the south towards you.
It's the mages that worry me.
Yes, Queensland never has wizards when they attack. This is not Queensland. They're coming from Queensland. This is demonic forces. There are demons in there. There's goblins in there. There's all sorts of odd creatures in there. There's knights in there. Knights of Argonne in there from the core. Like I said, there's wizards. All sorts of things going on. Onify says Liv Mora is a character that he plays. Liv Mora will suggest having the Val Dusk hover low inside the city, one of the airships, and use her fighters to attack any units that make it past the wall as the bottle into the street. That's the only one I didn't hear you read off. Gotcha. Livermore. Okay, so Livermore is going to actually be an airship that's inside, while Gathard is another airship scouting out. And guys, if you're not sure, this is the fan players who have characters in the game, and they're all playing different roles right now. They're a part of a group called the Exchange that have been actively trying to wait for the coming back of the heroes and stop Dragano and exchange information whenever they could. You guys can roleplay. You guys are in the airship, and you see the army down below. Everybody's on the airship. This is everybody playing an alternate character as a gnome or other character on the ship. You guys can roleplay. Go ahead.
All right.
Well, that doesn't look good.
It's quite the army. We should just, drop stuff on them.
Well,
I
think Darwin wants to talk to them first, right?
Well, yeah. After that.
We better give him a chance.
What about nets? We could just drop a bunch of nets on them. Trap them there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I like that.
Do we have nets?
Yeah.
Probably
What
not.
about? Maybe we can drop oil down on top of them, and then drop fire nets on top of them. I like that idea.
That's good.
All right, let's get some oil and nets, and we'll be set.
100 million of those. like a lot of them.
5,000 stars from Evan Moniz for rerolls or an enhancement. You guys can choose.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you, Evan.
Thanks, buddy.
How many enhancements do you have in the totem, and how many rerolls do you have in the totem, Rob?
We got 2 rerolls, 3 rerolls against you. Sparky has 4 rerolls, and that's it. Enhancements, I don't have any noted.
You should have a few.
It's been a while since
The enhancements? Yeah, I thought we had one last week that we didn't use or something.
Yeah, I think to tell you the truth, I think you have 2 enhancements.
There was 2 last week. I think we used 1.
Yeah, we used the Druid ring last week to make it super powerful.
No, that was a separate one.
Oh.
I think
you guys have 2 enhancements that are given you that are still in the chamber. You should still have that. You guys have never been calling the enhancements
We
up.
just didn't choose which ones. They could be any. They were
Right.
wild cards.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
gave
last
you.
week.
So you actually have 3 enhancements or 2 enhancements and 5 rolls added on. So choose that now. Take 10 seconds and choose.
We only have 2 rolls in the totem. We should take
the rolls.
5 rolls.
So you have 2 enhancements and 5 rolls.
I like that.
Okay, and if we have 75 likes, a staff member, let me know if that's a thing, and if it's so, you guys have totem and rerolls activated already.
So I.
Cool.
55. Okay, so we're guys, 55 likes on the stream. If they get to 75, they can actually use the enhancements and the rerolls that you guys give them. You guys are in the airship, and you see the airship starts landing down. Thawin gives a nod to Gathard and the rest of the crew that he wants to land. He walks out. Who is walking out with Thawin?
I am.
Oh God.
Gnome Patrol.
Yeah.
Absolutely no
I
Patrol.
I'm
Yeah,
a gnome
but I
patrol.
think we should stay back a little bit, because it might look kind of
Yeah,
intimidating with all the suits.
Correct.
We don't want to
We
skip
can
it.
leave the suits behind.
No, I'm not leaving my suit behind.
fire.
Yeah, I don't think we'll intimidate them too much.
But just stay back a bit.
I
plan to intimidate them very much, and I start going out front with my drum and start playing.
Yes.
Thawin looks at you and goes, "No, do not play war drums. We're trying to speak to them."
Conversation drum.
right.
It's time for
Play
that.
a more peaceful song.
Drumsticks.
Play speaking drums.
I turned it
Yeah,
down.
you showed me that yesterday. I like the speaking drums.
Yeah.
I turned it down. So what? Which of the troops do you think you're gonna be able to turn?
I'm going to talk to all of them,
The demons?
whoever I can. 55 shares, guys. Look at how many likes we have, Steve. Let me know. 58, yeah, 58 likes, guys. 75 likes gets enhancements and rerolls activated. We reached the 50 shares though. It's 55 shares, so you guys now have a +2 to all of your checks and attacks, and you have a +1 if we go to D6 combat.
Nice.
Keenan rolled a 15 on his check. That's pretty good.
Oh.
Keenan, you actually get. I'm gonna roll right now. Roll the 1. I'll re-roll that. I feel like that wouldn't make sense. You get about. It's too high. I'll split the difference. You guys, you get 55% of the criminals that come in and say like they have to, they gotta stand up for the city or pretty much die. So you can take 25 experience points for that, Keenan.
Nice.
For Xander. Okay, guys. So someone just said spin-off series for Gnome Patrol. I've been working on that. I've been working on that because I think that's gonna be a great thing. So Thawin approaches and it goes up. Brooke, give me a name of a demonic general.
Thozar.
Thozar. So Thawin walks up to Thozar and he goes, Thozar,
I wish to speak with you. Why do you look different? Your armor, and you stand with these feeble creatures. We have much to discuss. May I speak with you alone? I suppose. He motions him to go past, and he goes, just you. He gives all the gnome patrol a look.
I give him the stink eye.
I wave to him friendly.
That's pretty much what a gnome would do. Oh, hi. Hey. Okay, that one goes off, and they go off into like one of the just an area in near the back. The army is still walking by. You guys pretty much just have to move to the side, otherwise the army's gonna walk through you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But they don't seem very concerned about you at all. They're just like whatever. That one goes off and speaking there, and it goes on 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes that he's talking. You see him in the distance, and it looks like a conversation that's heated back and forth. And we're gonna stop that right there. We're gonna go back over to Hogar. Hogar, you are waiting in Rhaegar for the next airship. You head over to Queensland.
No. Before I go to Queensland, I want to go back to my roots. What's the forest situation like in Rhaegar?
There is none.
None?
The forest? No, it's in a mountain.
Is there anywhere I can go to forage?
No.
Yeah.
You could fish.
The Goblin Warrens, maybe?
You could fish. That's pretty much their primary source.
What about kelp foraging?
Yeah, you could forage anything of the
What
sort.
about
It's
moss?
underwater.
Would you say wasps?
Moss.
And wasps. Yeah,
Totally heard
wasps.
that wrong. Yeah, you could forage anything like that. You could, like fungi,
What about
wasps.
What about the Goblin
moths.
Caverns?
You could go to the
Wasps?
That's a long way to go to the caverns.
I don't know. I'm just giving him ideas.
That's like a dungeon crawl just to go foraging. What do you want to do?
Skunk oil.
We just learned about skunk oil. You don't know about it yet. You weren't there. If you were there, you would know.
All right, so I guess wherever I can go to forage for something worthwhile, I'll go there and see what I can get.
Okay, give me a check. And you got +2 to your check from the fans.
Yeah, so I'm looking mainly for curative herbs, harmful herbs, and specifically the white flower.
Okay. Roll D20 and you find the white flower.
What do I need?
Just to forage, very easy here. If you're going along the shoreline, just give me an 8.
Ooh, okay.
Dan's like, I need a 2.
Let's say 25.
25. So you find, you definitely find herbs. I'll tell you. You find 3 herbs that are curative, and 1 herb that is for harm.
Okay.
What else you want to do?
Any white flowers?
No, you have to roll natural 20 to get the white flower.
Ooh. Okay. If that's it, then I'll take my flight to Queensland.
Okay. You find a merchant ship that's leaving there to move it along. They let you board, and you make your way to Queensland.
Does anybody on board have a white flower by any chance?
No, it's a very rare thing. You found one in the dark, but it's not an easy thing to find.
Right.
You're basically hanging out on the deck of one of these. I guess it would be. Do they have airships? Yeah, they could be an airship for the merchants. And you'll be there in probably about 7-8 hours. And on the deck, you see a bunch of different people, and 3 people to be exact. And they look to be some sort of merchants. Okay, Rob, give me a merchant. Damien and Vin. You see a half giant with you, just sitting on the deck of the airship, flying towards Queensland. It looks very odd to all of you. Role play.
Greetings, half-giant. May I ask what brings you on this ship? It's not something we see every day on a merchant vessel.
Yes.
I am Radon.
It's not something that we see very often in this part of the woods.
Radon, open the doors. Don't let them in your house.
So, speak up. What is it that you want?
Hogar, do you speak to?
I'm seeking passage to Queensland, just like you are.
I see. And what is your business there? I'm always interested in people's stories.
Just going there to see what it's like. Just a tourist passing through.
What's he look like right now? Like,
He has Oh no, you don't have the gladiator armor anymore.
was he just like a loincloth just sit on the deck?
Yeah, he's in a loincloth, pretty much the most basic of clothes.
Does he look healthy or like beat up or anything like that?
He's been through a lot. Yeah, you can see he's got scars and he's got cuts. Yeah, definitely. And you see an inner darkness and sadness within him.
Dude, how much about Queensland do we know?
Whatever you want.
I mean, all right.
You can take advantage if you want.
So, what are you offering us for passage?
Wait, we own the ship?
No, you don't.
This is our ship,
It's like,
buddy.
wait.
You're just on this ship.
I was like, wait a second. Where's this
traveling.
going? We're just traveling.
Davey just took over the ship.
I figured it was ours.
Davey,
Anyway,
if you give me 5 seconds, give me an amazing name for it, and you own the airship. Okay?
Name of the ship?
5. No, you. Your company. Your company.
the
5,
ship, the company?
4, 3, 2,
I got it.
1. Nothing. You don't own it.
Blackwater Transit.
Blackwater? Never heard of it.
Impossible.
Okay, here comes the owner right now. Jordan.
Jameson Fran.
Jordan, you are the owner of this airship. You're a merchant. And you see there's a half giant and the other merchant having a conversation on the deck, and sometimes you like to converse with the people who ride your airship.
Well, I say, what kind of folks do we have traveling with us today?
Greetings.
I'm just traveling through to Queensland is all.
Ah, traveling. Typical, I see. Will you be joining me for dinner?
I don't think so.
Yes, he's.
I'll join you for
out.
dinner.
I have the finest venison in the land, coupled with grapes.
I would be glad to join you. Our half-giant friend here seems, well, quite shy.
All right. Do not be shy, my gigantic friend, for I have many grapes, many enough to quench your taste buds.
That's gonna be a lot of grapes.
Exactly. A lot of grapes, a lot of venison. I like to make allies of powerful people on my ship. Are you, an influential bunch?
Oh, of course.
I'm a silk trader by trade.
I got my start as a glazier, actually, but
And now you own a merchant ship. Impressive.
I think so. Yes, self-made man I am.
Oh, impressive.
Pardon?
I was just going to say I'm a cork trader, the 4th largest cork trader in all of Andaria.
I use corks every day, my friend.
Then we have much to discuss.
Yes. I'd love to discuss corks over dinner.
Biggest
Excellent.
cork in the land.
Are you, is your group sponsored by anyone? Who are your allies?
Oh, God.
Well, my main offices are in Arlight.
Excellent. I think we have much to discuss, even beyond corks.
Indeed.
Beyond corks.
Yeah.
That for a Hogar.
That's Hogar's 2 cents into the conversation.
Beyond
I like that we built this whole scenario around Hogar just so you could be uncomfortable. It was amazing. Jordan, you did a great job. It was fantastic. I really felt I liked it where it was going. I just wanted to see how where it goes.
Oh, man.
And next spinoff.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. That was wonderful. Hogar, what do you just hanging out while the merchants are talking, or what do you do?
No, I'll take my leave. And when I find some privacy, I'll go to my room. I shave my head.
Okay.
Wow.
So much teen angst. Okay.
Dan's I can't just show up in Queens.
He's going full disguise mode.
I gotta come up with a little disguise.
You went right to my plate. Here's Hogar goes again, shaving his head. Oh,
That's what I thought. I go get a tattoo. And then I change my hair color.
Nobody understands me. I'm going to shake my head.
That's what I thought.
Hogar has so much pent-up emotion that he chooses to express that by shaving his head. Yes.
Wow.
He goes paints his room black.
been there, done that.
Yes. Okay, so Hogar goes outside and shaves his head. Beyond corks, eh? What's that? I gotta go shave my head.
Some interesting choices he's making here.
Oh, what an interesting week.
Okay, so you go upstairs and you're shaving your head. You're preparing for whatever you're preparing for, and you move ever closer to Queensland. And I think Rob, you should that merchant. His name, the name of his company should be Beyond Corks.
Beyond Corks.
Beyond Corks. Okay, so Hogar, you shave your head. You do any other disguises?
No.
Okay. Oh, it's a big man with a shaved head. You're lucky you're not that other big man with long hair. I hate that guy.
He makes a wig out of his own shaved hair. Put it back on his head.
My hair is quite different now.
It's a fake beard now. He's moving it down.
His hair is on top of his head. It's his chin. These half giants all look alike to me.
I just want to see Dan in Sunken City. Oh my God, it's gonna be priceless.
Well, he's not there now.
Not Sunken City. Queensland, I mean. Sorry.
Okay, Dan. We're gonna move you forward. Hours and hours and hours pass. You missed the dinner in the captain's quarters, and the airship lands in Queensland finally. What do you want to do?
I'm in Queensland. I want to go to the nearest forest.
Okay. You go to the forest, which is you travel to the east part of Queensland, over a long expanse bridge, a stone bridge, and there's a forest nearby on the other side.
Okay. I go into the forest.
You go into the forest. Okay, you there?
I'm gonna forage again, look for more herbs and white flour again.
Go for it.
That is a 21.
21. Okay. You find 4 curative herbs, 4 harmful herbs. Couldn't got a better roll if you tried. 4 out of 4.
All right. I'm also going to use some of my new Forest Walker abilities.
Okay.
I want to find a bird who I can speak to.
Okay. You approach a bird. It looks like you can speak to him.
All right. So I can communicate with animals at will. They can answer yes or no questions.
Okay, so you approach the animal and you prepare some questions that you want to ask him. Go ahead.
Let's see. Hello, bird. My name is Hogar. I would like to know if you can find my friend, my 2 friends, and have them follow you back here to me in the forest. Was that a yes or a no?
It sounded cheerful.
Can you do that for me? Thank you.
Okay. Fix. Oh, you dodge it. The bird kind of flies up and circles around you, and he seems to be waiting for something. Damien knows. Damien's like, right. Yeah.
I understand.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
What do you do now, Hogar? I did not think this is where we were going to go today. It's just funny. It just, so many things planned. This is where we are. Go ahead, Hogar.
I look up at the bird and I say, "Can I tell you the name of my friends?"
He lands on your hand, and like puts his ear up to you, his little ear.
My friends are wizards who live in Queensland. Their names are Harold and Aurella. It is very important that they follow you back here to meet me. If you can communicate with them in more intricate ways than we're speaking, you can tell them that Hogar needs their help. Oh, thank you.
Okay, he takes off. He flies away. Okay, Hogar, we're gonna leave you right there in the forest.
All right.
This is going great. Birds are my friends. I have a shaved head. Okay. We're going to go back over to the tree. You slept the night. You guys are a little bit ahead in time right now. And you guys are getting ready in the morning to head towards the tree using the path found by your new friend, Cilantro.
Awesome.
You guys can role play. Go ahead.
All right, everyone. As we get underway, I packed a few provisions for you that'll help you along the path. I've got some yak cheese cubes that you can chew on for many hours and absorb into your systems. Here you go. And I pull out a big sack of yak cube cheese.
Oh.
Very hard. Don't break your teeth or anything.
Thank you.
My favorite.
Oh, yakety yak.
Yeah.
No talk back.
I'm just glad it's not skunk.
You smell so good, Cilantro.
Oh, thank you. While we travel, I hope you don't mind a little bit of music. And
Sure.
he pulls out like
Me love
this
music.
strange like wood instrument that the elves probably put together, and it's not like anything you've ever seen, but as he plays it, it has something kind of like a saxophone sound to it.
You get more interesting by the
He's
minute.
like, "Let us away."
Oh my god.
And he starts doing like a marching song, like.
Yes.
Lump starts snapping.
Yeah, catchy. like.
Guys, maybe we shouldn't make a lot of noise. We should be quiet.
I was just about to say I cast a pass without trace around us so that no one hears his trumpet as we go through the woods.
Oh, did I misunderstand the mission? All right, and I'll.
No, you can keep playing that beautiful music now. No one will hear us.
Aren't we a
except us.
band going to
Oh,
our
don't
next
worry.
gig?
It's all up here. It's all up here.
Okay. So you guys are making your way along the path. It's taking quite a long time to travel. He basically takes you away, and as you're traveling, you see that this is a forest that's been incinerated. It's been torn to shreds, it's been burned to ash, and over that, and the compounding of ash and dirt and rocks, it's created these tunnels that go under the ground, even by like 10 feet or so, and then eventually deeper and so. Roots have been uplifted. All sorts of things have happened to the trees. It's been completely refaced. He found that the path he's leading you on, you can see, is at sometimes is obvious, and at sometimes he takes an unusual turn and keeps you guys going, and you see yourself going deeper underneath, and you see the heat is strong, but being repelled by the fact that you're a bit underground, and it seems to be helping a bit. You guys travel for hours and hours, and eventually you reach pretty much the outer layers of the tree, and you reach it, but underground. And you realize that in front of you, what you're looking at, what you think is like just like a wall, is actually the wood of the tree. You can role play there. Go ahead.
Is it radiating any type of, like, is the wood radiating heat or like any fire coming off it, or is it like?
It's warm. You don't think there's fire on the other side, if that's what you're asking me.
Okay.
I got it. No.
So what? so Orman, what do you think? What needs to be done here?
Well, now that we're at the tree, we should use the rings to attempt
to reform the final ring.
Oh, if you're looking for rings, just look up. You can see all the rings of the tree up there. They are numerous.
Finn, do you have your ring?
I do. It's on
May I
my
see
finger.
it?
All right.
I give you the broken ring as well.
I give you my ring.
Okay.
Ormond, no heel turns here, Ormond.
No. He puts a ring on each finger, Tony. So he's got him on both hands, and he holds the third ring, like it cupped.
Okay.
And he goes, "Here goes nothing."
Oh boy.
Captain Andaria. And he assumes the Captain Andaria form.
Okay. You go. You activate Captain Andaria with the power of 3 rings, and it's really, for everyone else, is like looking like at a man made of pure rainbow, like almost like pure light.
Oh my god.
Okay.
In glory, my hair starts like blowing like.
I love it. So you're standing outside of the tree, at like a glowing Captain Andaria. In fact, you're not Captain, you're Colonel Andaria. And
Orman, remember what we're here for.
Yes. Do I sense anything coming from the tree in my Captain Andaria form, Tony?
Colonel Andaria.
Colonel Andaria form.
Yes. You sense the tree. You sense her presence is further inside and down than where you are currently.
Okay.
But you absolutely can sense that. You can sense basically the spirit of Andaria. Do you want to ask her a question?
Not yet. Maybe, but first I was going to try to just like touch the tree while I'm holding all of the materials of these rings and see if it would allow me to cast mending with some sort of special powers.
Okay, so what do you attempt to do?
I'm just trying to mend the ring. So I'm just using a basic like cantrip for mending, but seeing if maybe because I'm in this super form.
You focus on the rings on your hands, and you are able to probably do it. So we're gonna make this a roll. So here's a fun thing. These rings are so important right now, and they need to come together. They need to be there. But we're gonna put up the chance. If you roll a 1, 2, or 3, the ring completely disintegrates. The broken ring completely disintegrates to nothing. If you roll natural 20, everything works perfectly. And if you roll, we'll say 12 or it don't have to be that hard because he's Colonel Andaria. Anything else will be fine.
Okay.
Go for it.
Here we go.
Oh my god. That's not good.
We have rerolls, right?
Oh my goodness.
What'd you roll?
Oh my god.
What was it?
I rolled a 3. Oh no.
Okay, so you're sitting there and you're putting your power into it, and you feel the ring is cracking. Just it starts crumbling, and you start freaking out. If you want to, oh wait, we might not have rerolls. What are we up to right now? This is where it comes down to the fans. This is it, Steve. What do we have? How many likes or how many likes do we have right now? If you don't say 75, you just blew up the ring.
No.
71! Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh no, guys! I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds to get 75, and that's it. Here we go. I just got a copyright strike. How many? Refresh it now, Steve. Let me know how we have right now. This is the final answer. This is it. That was a gift. Waiting now for confirmation. The president's going to make an appearance.
It is 75.
76! Oh! There you go. There you go. To be fair,
Wow. Oh my god.
remove a reroll for that. To be fair.
An extra reroll.
Yeah.
So we need 2
Beyond
to
the one he's going to use now.
He's going to use one
Yeah,
now.
I just burned a reroll for doing that for you, that gift.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, so
I'll take that trade.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Do you want to re-roll?
Do I, guys?
Yes.
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 Do I?
Okay, so I'm gonna take a reroll here. And here we go.
Oh my God, Liam.
15.
There you go. So the ring forges back to an actual full ring, and you feel just more empowered, and you feel very much in touch with the planet Andar at this moment.
I think it's working.
Okay.
Yeah!
I'm not used to things going well for us. Are you sure it's working?
Yes, the ring has reformed. I'm looking at it. So far, so good.
Okay, you feel that the ring is reformed, like I just told you. The ring is coming together. You feel like that to activate the enchantment, you need to get to the strongest source of Andaria.
It seems like we're almost there. I just need to get closer to the source of Andaria. I can sense it deeper beneath the tree.
Okay.
Can you travel there?
Can we get closer, or is this as far as we can go?
Can you physically?
Tony, what material is like beneath and around us?
Dirt, rock, wood.
Can you use that same thing that we did to get to Ravensclaw? Maybe use your.
I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, you're at the tree, right? So you basically can travel to the tree.
Yeah,
You're in
can
the
transport
tree.
via tree work that way, Tony? Can I just go through the same part of the same tree?
Yeah, I mean, you're Colonel Andaria, and you ask me to go through a tree. How can I say no?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
You're literally the strongest thing on the planet for the planet. Yes, you can do that.
All right. I must leave you now for a moment and attempt to go deeper.
Should we come with you?
We should wait here, or
Tony, do I sense it's dangerous down there?
You think you'll need their help? Yeah, you do sense there's a lot of corruption around the tree. In fact,
Okay, maybe actually you should come with me. It seems pretty dangerous.
Oh.
Cilantro has fallen to his knees with his hair blowing, and he says, "You are the one who's been watching over me this whole time. I'm alive in order to help you in this moment. I see it now. I will follow you to wherever you go."
Good. Yes, I think I'll need your help.
And I have an announcement also. I have this frog. This frog's name is Mr. Toad, and he also believes this is why he's on this planet.
okay.
Okay, Lump.
Lump, I almost forgot you were here. I need your help again.
What do you want me to do? Me fix ring?
No, you have to do your tree magic again, Lump. Make the portal in the tree for me again, please.
Oh, yes. Okay. Me cast that spell. Lump
I
prepare.
love that he just tricks Lump.
Bibbidi bobbidi tree. Tree! Tree,
Cast
go!
the spell right at the right moment so that it ripples the whole tree and makes it look like Lump. And it's bad.
Lump is more powerful than ever.
All right, let's go, folks. Now or never.
I step in.
Let's go.
All right, I follow him.
okay, you guys enter the tree. You guys get inside of it, and you realize that a lot of this tree here is hollowed out. And now, besides that, you see the same growth in this tree that you saw a long time ago for 25 experience.
Ooh.
Where?
Down in down in hell.
In the dark.
In the dark.
The rotting.
Yeah. Right.
The rotting corruption.
Did you ever stop that problem?
Nope.
No, we did not.
And that problem's been going on since season 1. So
Great.
the corruption spread out through the whole entire tree like a virus, and it's pretty much got a hold on the entire tree. It looks like this black, membrane-ish, sometimes fluid, sometimes like stretchy out, like growth all over the inside, as if like the inner side of the tree is all decayed. 1,000 stars from Joe Donnelly to get a reroll back.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Thank you.
200 stars. 200 stars from Scott Weber. Lum says, "Me now, great druid, and me go with you. Otherwise, you only have one druid."
Thank you, Lump.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Lump.
Okay, so you guys into the tree. To basically get down this tree, you guys have to climb down if you're going to continue, or you can climb up.
Aren't we just teleporting through the tree with the magic druid magic?
Are you trying to teleport to the source where Andar is, you believe? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a d20.
Oh boy.
That's gone well.
Now, if you roll anything, if you roll a 15 or above, it works. If you roll anything lower than that, you have a huge problem because of all the decay and everything that's going on.
Oh boy, even with my Colonel Andaria powers?
Yes, you've entered the tree and you're doing something that's already impossible because of the Andaria powers, but now you're trying to use your Andaria powers on a decayed, destroyed tree.
We got a +2, is that right?
You do have a +2, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess he already cast a spell, so.
Yes.
Here we go. 17 plus 2, 19.
Nice.
Okay,
19.
you teleport. You just skipped a bunch of crap ahead. To be fair, I can't put it in anymore. So you guys,
welcome to the party, Liam.
You guys get like all these weird visions of the tree, and all of a sudden, you appear, and it's not a cave, but it kind of feels like a cave. As I skip ahead to the last part, love when that happens.
You should know better by now, man. Like this is how it goes.
I'm just gonna make beginnings and endings.
Yeah.
You begin the quest, and Dragano is attacking you. Okay, so you guys are standing in a large area of the tree. This is a huge area where it's probably about this area of the tree, which looks like a cave, but it's made of wood, is probably about a half mile in size. Now, the tree is miles and miles and miles wide. But this is where you are right now. Again, all of that dark fungus is pretty much all around you, and you hear there are creatures lurking everywhere.
Okay.
Well,
here we are.
So now what?
Yeah. Where do we need to go?
We're here for what now, Ormond?
You feel Ormond, you feel like you're close to her. You feel like you have to go a little bit deeper, or you have to find her in this general area, I should say.
Tony, I look around. Do I see anything like that would be able to help us?
So you sense something that you haven't encountered before, which you believe might be Andaria. It's just new to you. You also sense much deeper and very faint and almost gone the Elven Lord. And it's deeper down to the tree.
This is the spot I feel closest to the spirit of Andaria.
All right. You do what you have to do. And if anything else happens, we'll take care of it.
I can sense she's somewhere near, perhaps deeper, but I can't get us any closer because of all this. I don't even know what it is.
So are we going?
I sense her too, and I sense something else. Tony, do I know that it's the Elven Lord?
Yeah, you think so, yeah.
Okay. I sense the Elven Lord's light fading. Hardly there anymore.
We can understand with the tree. With the tree is devastated as it is. That perhaps
So
that has depleted him as well.
we got to keep moving then, or
Well, what direction are we needing to go for
Ormond, did you say deeper?
Yes, it feels like we're close, but we have to go deeper.
All right, I start looking around for another way to go.
I turned to Abyssia. Abyssia, you said you sense her as well. Can you direct us?
I do sense her. Tony, am I able to be a little more precise than Ormond, or?
Make a roll. It's going to be, you can do it with a wisdom check.
With a what? Charisma?
A wisdom check. What? The thing I'm most good at? Oh no.
Sorry. Wait, I got slots to wisdoms too.
Oh, okay.
5 plus a 2, 7. 24.
24. Okay. So Orban is guiding you. You pretty much think that you sense it. You have a better sense on it, or a better grasp by him pointing it out. You have a general direction to travel if you want to travel towards it.
Okay.
Okay, you guys travel forward. You're basically stepping over weird roots systems. It's so vast and so intricate in here, and it's odd. And the air is very very wet. And again, you hear a lot of creatures lurking. And you guys travel for about another 10 minutes. You don't have any idea. Well, Ormond and Abyssia, you have an idea. You're pretty sure that you're probably about 2 miles down in the tree, deep within the tree. You finally come out to another cavernous area, and in this area, you see it open up. Imagine like you're in the Colosseum in a sense, except you're just on the upper parts of a root system, and all the way down in this hole in the center of this tree is some sort of creature that looks similar to Captain Andaria, to Colonel Andaria, and but a girl, and she seems like she's laying in this hole. And all these spores and creatures are basically siphoning energy off her. And she's just sitting there like just in pain and looks as if she's being used as like a battery.
I think that's where we have to go.
We have to free. Is that Andaria? Does she look familiar to me or seem familiar to me from my times in speaking to the planet?
You would say that you believe that's her. That's the mortal form of her.
We have to save her. That is the planet. That's Andaria.
Wow.
Is there a?
All right. Let's.
The elves have taught me much about this. This is quite a sight. Shall I jump in and start cutting her out?
Now, to be clear, there's lots of creatures around here.
Okay.
Now, as you look around into this area, imagine again if that Colosseum-sized area, just to put you in that scope, imagine there's a creature, a spore, or anything of the sort all over the entire rim of it. Out of game, you've reached a high-level boss area. This is
never good when he tells us this.
This is a very dangerous situation. I'm just letting you know because we know Jordan's a guest. He's playing today. You know he coming in for an episode, but he came in on a doozy of an episode. This area is very, very, very dangerous out of game, and you can tell that by all these creatures that are around. And you realize that the wrong move, the wrong thing, may incite all of them. All these creatures doing 1 damage each would kill you several times over. Now back into the game. It doesn't look that dangerous. You're not really sure what you're thinking here, whatever you want to do. You guys can roleplay. Go ahead.
So, well, how far down is it? Like from where we are? We're on
a couple hundred
feet,
feet,
right?
A couple hundred feet. Like you're up on a high area.
Creatures like right near us that we see? I mean, you said that
they're the closest ones to you. Will say probably about 25, 30 feet, and they look like they're in some sort of passive state.
Okay.
They look like spores.
Are the spores actually on her as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like a lot of spores on her? Is it just like a few?
There's a few. They're giant size, and they're like leached into her.
Okay. Well, we need to get down there.
They don't seem to sense us or anything, Tony. Like they don't move or anything when we appear.
They seem to not care or not move or not know.
Okay. And I'm still glowing in a giant rainbow man, right? I just want to make sure.
Yes. You're still
and they still don't care.
No.
Okay, good.
All right, let's fly down there and get her out real quick and just get out of here.
How big is she? How big is she?
Yeah, that's a good question.
She's the size of a humanoid.
Okay, no, I'm just asking because you said things were like giant size. That's why I was asking.
They're big. They're a couple feet in size for spores.
Okay,
they're large.
Yes, Findalar.
can you do what you need to do here, or do we need to get her out?
I think I need to get to her.
Right, Tony, am I right? Is that what he believes?
At this point, you're out of DM guidance. You don't know what to do from this point. 200 stars from Scott Weber. Lump says, oh, you said they're ready. Lump says, me and Orman use druid magic now, and him make all rings heal the tree.
Yeah.
Sparky asks, maybe I could use banishment on the fungus. Would that work?
I don't know.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Well, what if...
Nick Lurkin says talk to her.
Well, I think we need to get down there first, right? I mean, they look like they're all pretty dormant, right? I mean, nothing's moving.
Until we start causing...
The ones that are attached to her.
We need... Well, the ones that are attached to her, are they moving, or are they just kind of like latched onto her and just like dormant?
They're attached to her.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, are they dormant, or do they
We're
look like
we're actively draining her, right?
They look like they're actively draining, but they're not making a lot of movement.
Okay.
Tony, do I get the sense that I did the other day when I was close to the tree that I can ask a bunch of questions of the planet?
Yes. You do feel that. Is that what you want to do?
Okay.
Andaria, can you hear me? We are, I believe, very close to you. Do you know we are here?
Yes.
Can we save you?
I don't know.
I have an idea.
I have 3 rings that I believe we can use to help you. Do we need to touch you in order to do this?
Yes. Touch me.
All these spores that are around here. Will they come for us if we try to help you?
Yes.
Do we know he's talking to her right now?
Hey guys, I'm talking to Andaria.
You hope so.
We must hear him talking.
Well, 'cause I want
one-sided at least.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's internal or not, but anyway.
You don't hear her now.
What should... Everything I've said so far, she's been saying yes. Just so you know.
Orman, ask her if she could tell us how to kill one of these things, or how we can kill them, or what kills them.
Do you know? Can we kill these things, Andaria?
Personal Fairweather writes, his quote, yes, touch me, says Tony S. Yes.
I was thinking the same thing. That's like an audio clip forever.
Yes. Enjoy internet. I'm sorry, ask your question again.
Can we harm these spores? Can we hurt them?
I don't know.
How did you get here?
I am
Oh.
I am here.
She doesn't know if we can hurt these things.
I can try to see my Earth Storm and possibly get her free.
Okay. Do you know what you want to try and do with that?
Yes.
All right. I was going to go down there and like basically block us off from as many of the spores as possible. We'd still have to deal with the spores in there, but I should be able to shield us from the rest of them. If we want to do that, and then you do what you do.
Well, I mean, how would you shield us?
I'd create basically a wall of force cage around us.
Us and her. Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing.
We trapped those things in there, I think, but that's the idea.
Well, Abyssia, what do you have in mind?
I was thinking of singing a song of freedom for her.
But
and it would possibly cause the spores that are draining her to possibly detach from her, or even if she gets loose a little bit, then maybe we can have more of a chance.
The song you say. He starts to pull out his instrument again.
Oh, no. Easy.
We don't want to rattle.
Oh, disagree
Not
time.
yet. Not yet.
No lump.
I'm sure she could use some accompaniment though.
I clear throat.
It's not a bad idea. I think we need to be closer, though. I feel like what Findalar is saying, with us being near it, with his magic and your magic combined, might be the best option.
All right.
Okay.
What is
All
the
right.
distance from us to her?
Say again?
What is the distance from us to her? And are we up high, like looking down, or are we like level?
Yes. Imagine you're on the nosebleed seats and you're looking at the baseball game in the middle of the arena. That's the distance.
Okay.
All right.
Tony, all around us, is it the tree? Like, is it wood, or is it still
It's
like?
wood, but it's dark. It feels like a cave, but it's just you're in the tree.
Okay, but yeah, it's not like dirt and water and everything else. It's basically all just wood, right?
No, so wood.
Okay.
And just to be clear, there's got to be thousands and thousands of these creatures.
Yeah.
It looks like you're in the epicenter of where they were gathering to drain from her. And just remember, this is the DM note. You teleported to the boss scene.
You get the boss.
It's not the season finale, but you did go
But it might
to
be.
the place. Okay.
All right.
I feel like that might be the best plan. I mean, if we can get Ormond close enough for him to fix the rings with Andaria, and Finn, you block us off from the rest of them, and then Abyssia will sing her song and possibly detach her, or maybe kill what's on her. I mean, that could work. It could work.
But then where do we go from there? We'll be trapped in the hole.
Then we fight our way out.
Do you need a decoy? I feel as if I was consecrated for this moment, kept alive so that I may die in this place.
I don't think it's.
Well, that's pretty tragic.
Beautiful. It is the purpose that the gods have bestowed upon me.
I don't feel like a decoy is what we need. I think we need another hand fighting if possible.
Richard Wilde says, "Earth Song, heal the world."
Wow, that is perfect.
Thanks, Richard.
Sparky says,
If I cast Banish on Andaria's mortal form, since she's from this plane, wouldn't she just get free of the fungus and come back?
I would not cast any.
Well,
I would be very hesitant to do that, Sparky.
I don't know that
I would
answer.
be hesitant to do that. I fear that what she's attached to and what's attacking her. If we banish her, she would get banished to hell, to where Drogano is, and then be even more be beyond our rescuing.
Well, if you banish her, doesn't that just like make her go back to where she came from?
She's here. This is where she's from.
No, I know, but
she is everything here.
She is the planet.
But she is a celestial, right? So I mean, she might just disappear.
She's
She's
immortal.
and then what happens to the
right,
planet if Andaria was no longer with it?
That's even worse.
She's holding Dragano.
Real quick, I'll ask Andaria, Tony.
Andaria, should we banish you?
No.
I don't think we should banish her.
At this
And
time,
is so helpful.
At this time, you guys have been sitting there for a long time. You start noticing that these passive creatures that didn't notice you are starting to notice you. You have rounds left, you believe, before they.
I start like nudging them, like I think we need to get a move on this, and I think we need to do it like soon.
Tony, just one last question for my own. That you've been saying like an arena. You've been saying like they're filling up the arena, but are they also like these spores just floating in the air between us and her? Or
No.
are they just are they attached to the wood?
You're pretty sure that they either jump or do float in the air or something like that, but right now you can tell like they're just holding on to the sides of the wood.
All right. All right. I will cast fly on everyone here.
Okay, everyone feels a little bit lighter.
I can fly, Tom. I have wings.
I can also fly as Captain Ondaria.
And I can fly
Good, so I
too.
don't.
So
okay. So
that's
I don't
3.
cast fly on the 3 of you.
Yeah.
I cast fly on everybody else. Thank you for the spell points back. And then
Could also carry Vinny. He really likes to be carried.
Yes.
no. I want Thistle to be able to move of his own volition. All right. So let's go down there and see what we can do. I feel like staying here is not helping us at all.
All right, so one more time. As soon as we get down there, you're going to cast your magic, encapsulate us around her.
Yeah.
Abyssi is going to sing, do her song, and Ormond, you're going to start immediately working on the ring.
Yes, and before we go, everyone gather around very quickly. And I'm going to cast Enhance Ability with Bear's Endurance, Tony, to give everyone advantage on Constitution and temporary hit points 2d6.
Okay.
I feel kind of invincible.
Which would be 6, so 12 extra hit points.
I feel barely even stronger.
All right, guys, when we get down to her, you have to stay tight to me. I can only cast this protecting thing in about like a 20-foot box. So if you're not tight to her, then you're not going to be in it. All right?
Let's do it. And I start to like fly up into the air a little bit.
Okay, you all fly up.
Yep.
I fly down.
Well,
yeah.
He flies down towards it. Anyone not go? Okay, everyone fly. You guys dart out, and you fly towards the center of where Andari is. You guys start flying down. As you do, everyone roll a d20. If anyone rolls a 1 through a 5, a spore attracts and attaches to you.
14.
12.
7.
15.
2.
19. 6. Did you say 2? Rob, did you say 2?
I said
2. Sparky, 15.
Reroll.
Lump, 11.
Bye-bye, Arky.
That's what we have.
You just love that.
Richard, before you roll, Richard Wild was asking where the other PCs are. All the fan PCs, everybody else in the airships are kind of like circling the area, like guarding around. Remember, there are tons of demons and weird creatures in the skies around. They're making sure that they can do their quest, and they're worried about something happening when they do, which may happen.
I'm going to use a reroll.
Oh, really? He's like, yeah.
Simple.
You didn't think I would?
19.
Okay. Okay, you guys fly down. You see a spore get very close to Arky. You shift out of the way, and the burn from your engine burns it up, and like it just misses you. You make your way down to Andaria. Guys, you're there right now. Who takes an action? You guys are within 10 feet of Andaria, and these creatures are just like bubbling on her, attaching. They seem to be like moving in a volatile type of way, but still attached to her. Give me a quick action. 6 seconds.
I cast Force Cage around us. So like, she's the floor. It's a 20-foot cage around us. Wall of Force. So
got it.
Nothing can.
5 seconds.
Theoretically, nothing can get in or out.
Anybody else? 4.
I'm just going to.
Theoretically, Tony, would I have the materials to cast True Resurrection?
The materials?
Because the spell usually says it requires like a bunch of rare stuff to do that.
What are you casting it on, though?
He just wants to know in general.
Yeah, I want to know if it's a possibility.
You believe if you wanted to try to
it.
cast that spell, you could try to cast it.
Okay, I'm not doing that yet. I just wanted to know.
Okay, 4.
I turn. Everybody get to work. Ormond, start casting.
I'm just going to take a position
Okay.
next to Ormond, defend him.
Abyssia, sing whatever you think you're going
And
to
I
sing.
sing.
3.
Okay, I sing my song.
Okay.
I sing. I'm gonna go with Richard, and I sing "Heal the World."
Heal the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for. Okay, so we only use those 2 lines. So those are the 2 lines we're using. That's
Jerry sings more. No, don't use all those lines. Just the 2 lines.
She's learning. She's learning. I like it, Brooke.
Too much.
Time, see?
Okay, heal the world, make it a better place is basically what you sing. Give me a d20 roll. Because of what you're doing, because of the implications of it, you're going to need very, very, very high. Go ahead.
I get my passionate roll too. That's a ×5. I get that once.
Now you need
a
even
day.
higher.
You get it once a day?
What?
No, I'm not. I'm just breaking shoes.
Okay.
Okay.
Do it up.
How many rerolls we have?
5.
5 rerolls. You need to score over 100. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
No, but you do. I'll
Well, I have add-ons too. Okay.
I'll tell you now what the number is now. Give me a 30 or higher.
Oh no.
Hold on a second.
What'd you roll?
26 times 5.
Wow.
It's over 100.
I only rolled 26 times 5.
She did get over 100.
It's so ridiculous because she's 27 level times 5.
Wait, I want to see the number 130.
Okay. So
Tony said over 130. No,
over 130. Okay, so
Oh my god.
she starts casting a spell to literally heal Andaria and heal the world. Everything starts going green and white, and it goes up. All of a sudden, no one can see anything, and the light is blinding and everywhere.
I'll take it.
I can't see.
Tony, can I also, as this is happening, cast Antipathy on the spores?
As of right now, you can't do anything. We're gonna head over to Hogar in Queensland.
You're a jerk.
I'm kind of glad he did that.
That was good. I wanted to see what was going to happen there.
Yeah. Me too. I'm worried if I'm going to get blasted against my cage.
Okay, Hogar, you
Back
are
to
in
the
the
forest.
in the forest. You're like, I imagine everybody's having the same experience as me right now. They're in a tree. You're in a tree. It's the same thing.
Sure.
It's all trees.
It's all trees. Trees. Okay. What do you want to do? You're just waiting for the bird?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Bird to come back with a report, or I'm waiting for Aurella and Harold to come back.
Okay, Rob, you're going to play the role of that bird.
Okay.
And you're going to fly up to Harold. Convince me that you need to get me to Hogar, and I have to follow you, and you're outside of the of Queensland. And Vinny, Mr. Meh, is going to be the judge.
But can I talk or just tweet? Like, how am I convincing
I'll
him?
tell you what. You can
You're a bird.
You have to tweet the whole time, but I'll give you one time whenever you want. You can say one word.
One time in the whole...
Yeah. Or if you want to use a reroll, I'll give you another word for each reroll you use. Up to 2. Up to 2 more. Want to burn a reroll for it? David's like, no.
We need those girls. Get over.
Wait, you guys are just going to let me fail?
No.
We'll see how it
We're
goes.
gonna do our best, but we shouldn't be burning rerolls on non-life-threatening moments. Come on. Anyway,
So
that's my
Harold
opinion.
and... So I find them?
Yeah, we're going to have to say that he projects the image of them to you, because otherwise, how the hell did the bird do it? It's a forest ability, so it is a powerful ability from 20th level achieving. So yeah, you find Harold.
It's like Snow White right now. In the
You get a vision of Harold, and you see him. And Harold is like walking the streets.
All right, I just fly up and get right in his face. Just like start hovering in front of him.
No.
He kills you.
oh man,
Just stupid
burning
bird.
hands him.
Stupid bird, out of my face. The hell is this?
I start fly like 5 feet towards where Hogar is and then fly right back to him.
A woman says, "That bird likes you." And she walks on. He goes, "Yes, it wouldn't. I wish it wouldn't." Okay, I'm going to roll a D20 to see if everyone is understanding, and roll a charisma check.
What about the
Add
the
1 because
judge?
you're a bird.
You said Vinny was the judge.
Well, no, at the end he's going to judge.
4.
Okay, so he's not really. He looked at you. He's because I rolled high enough where he has interest in you to see that like there's something up, but he doesn't know what. So he's looking at you. Go ahead.
And I fly back. I try that move again, and then I'll use my word, I guess. Hogar.
So he goes. Did this bird just say Hogar? Yeah.
No arms. The bird doesn't have arms.
He's got wings.
Okay, Davey, from this point on, you translate for Rob. Go.
Come on, we gotta go. You gotta follow me. Really, it's really important. We gotta find Hogar. We gotta find him.
Rob's running out of steam.
I'm impressed by all the whistling.
Rob passes out. Too much air.
I could never whistle this much, but that's great, man. You gotta believe me. We gotta go find Hogar. I'm getting so tired.
Okay,
I've been
Vin, what do you
flying
think?
all day.
Did
Here's weird old scratching down.
Did what's his face like believe like the word Hogar?
He was shocked when he heard Hogar.
All right.
That was a good choice.
I'm gonna say he's intrigued by the bird. That if he believed he heard Hogar clearly.
Okay. Okay, so he seems to be following you. He seems to be like, I know this is ridiculous, but if you're going to lead me to Hogar, do it now.
I guess it'd be too much to try and convince him to find Arella now, too, and bring him back. I should just bring this guy back by himself.
You could burn a reroll and say something else.
That seems like a waste.
It totally is.
Well, I'm going to be satisfied that this bird was able to convince Harold. And I'm just going to start slowly flying in the air and guiding him towards Hogar.
Okay, you leave Harold outside. Harold follows you the whole way. And eventually he follows you outside. You see him making his way to Hogar, and he sees Hogar in the distance. We're gonna, just to wrap up this bird segment. Do you fly off to go get Arella?
Yes.
Okay, you fly up to Arella. You see you find Arella. She's like sitting in a tower, and she goes up. You whistle, and you translate. Go ahead. This is what you think
That's all
he's
you
saying.
I don't know. You want something? You're trying to tell me something. Trying.
Oh my God, this bird is annoying.
It's really singing a lot.
She closes the window.
Wait, who are you? Are you being Arella?
You Arella?
You want me to translate? I'm just trying to I wasn't sure which side you wanted me on, to be honest. I'm just trying to.
David's like a fan at home. Like this guy with this bird. Was he too?
Oh, so you want me to be the bird?
Yeah, you just did it.
Okay.
Did you forget?
No.
You did.
He forgot.
All right, good.
I got it. I got it.
What I'm trying to say is I really want you to follow me to my friend Hogar. I need you to follow me.
Is she hearing? Is she getting all this?
No, I don't think so.
These translations are.
She walks up. She looks like she's like maybe catching on what's going on, and she closes the door with the window.
I stop pecking at the glass.
Okay.
Don't ignore me. I'm really trying to help.
He's not saying anything. You doing the pecking?
It's Morse code.
Trying to translate his intention. He said translate for a bird. I'm doing the best I can.
Scroll's translating the Morse code that the birds perk.
Okay, so you're
pecking.
in there. I rolled a 3. You peck on the window. She's not opening up. Unless you got something up your sleeve you want to do as big ahead. You want to use one word? You have your one word if you want to use that.
Birds have sleeves?
Yes.
Is there any other way into the? Is there a chimney? I'll fly down there.
Okay. Yeah, there's a chimney. He flies down the chimney.
But is there a fire?
We'll see.
Roll for it. Roll for it. 1 through 8. 1 through 8 is a fire.
19.
Damn it. She goes, "What's this bird?" She's paying attention to you now. She's interested. She goes, "Are you from a wizard?" She's like, "Yeah."
Sure. If you believe that, sure.
What do you want to go with? Whatever gets you to follow me. Oh, well, thank you.
And I fly out the chimney.
And then
Then I fly back around to the window.
she opens the window.
And I start flying
This way.
a few feet
this
away.
way. Please.
This just went from Hogar trying to get
Oh, I rolled
together
a natural 1. She's like, I don't know what of witchcraft to me. I'm loyal to the queen. I'm sorry, I don't know what this is, but I won't have any of it. She closes the window. You see like a magic enchantment is on the window.
All right, I fly back to Hogar.
Okay. Hogar, you meet up with Harold. Harold comes up to you. You're alive.
Harold, it is good to see you.
It's good to
Give
see
him
you.
a big bear hug.
What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I've been sent back here on a mission. I met up with my old companions. We went to Goblin City, and we freed Queen Frigg.
Well, that's good.
Needless to say, she's not very happy with me.
I know. I
She
heard.
sent me.
Go ahead.
Well, she sent me back here on a mission
What's that?
to retrieve the remains of King Argonne.
Hogar, they have King Argonne hung up on some large structure right in the center of the Colosseum. It's like one of
His
her.
body is strung up on display.
Yes. It's one of her prized possessions.
Is there any way you could get a hold of Orella?
Yeah.
I think the three of us will have to put our heads together to try to figure this out.
Give me, Damien, give me the name of an inn.
An inn?
In a tavern.
The sheltered turtle.
The Sheltered Turtle. Meet me at the shelter. Meet me at the Sheltered Turtle in 2 hours. I'll get around. I'll meet you there.
A sheltered turtle.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Harold.
You got it.
Okay. He goes back in. We're gonna switch right there, and we're gonna go over to Gnome Patrol.
No patrol.
Gnome Patrol. Thawin comes back after talking with his general, and he comes back. He says, "I try to reason. Make him understand. It is no use. The knights that follow, I feel like they would follow me. But I fear that the only way they will follow me is by meeting me on the field of battle. It looks like we are going to war."
We must get you back to the city.
Yes, we must prepare. They'll be
Better
here.
start playing those drums.
They'll be here by nightfall.
All right, then.
He's back on the ship. Flies back to. You guys fly back to Sunken City. You guys make your way there. Guys, give me 3 major moves. Obviously, this is everybody. Everybody's playing a character here. Give me 3 major moves that the city does besides the obvious. The airships will bombard. Some people mentioned that in chat. They'll bomb out. Gathard is going to be flying point unless he changes his mind. And Liv Mora is going to be riding around within the city, waiting for them to break through the walls. The gnomish walls have 1,000 cannons, and there's obviously lots of gnomes inside, weapons, flamethrowers, different things like that.
There's only one tank, right?
And guns, of course, guns, shotguns, rifles, pistols, things like that. Any kind of gnomish tech.
There's only one tank?
There's only one tank. You do have that tank. That tank is unloaded into the center of Sunken City, the Rapture, and Jacques is cleaning his tank. Okay, guys, is everybody role play? You're all in the mayor's room, and you're trying to figure out the last things. You can give me 3 major actions that the city takes. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and I'm going to cut it off. If you don't give me the straight answer in the last 2 minutes, you're going to forfeit those actions. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll get to thinking.
Is there a way the walls around the city are how high?
They're very high. By now, they are probably about 100 feet tall. They've been modified. You know they've been modified as told by Jinty several times over the years. Right now, they're 100 feet tall, and they have cannons every 6 feet.
When we were flying. Oh, go ahead, Tom.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can we flood the lands around the city, allowing the walls to keep the water out from us, but prohibiting the army from getting close? Then our long-range weapons can tear them apart. Well, they will be unable to pass the water barrier. Is that a possibility?
Almost like a moat.
I don't know.
A citywide moat.
The city already has its problem with water.
All right. Okay.
Is Sparky with us?
No.
Okay.
Did the armies have siege equipment, Tony? Like, were there
Yes.
ladders and catapults and battering rams when we were surveying them, flying over them?
Yes, they're actually rolling these giant catapults with them. The catapults look like 4 times the size of normal catapults. Any ideas can come from anywhere. Anybody have anything they want to bring up? See, 1,000 stars from Evan Moniz. Reroll for Scro, safety blanket.
Thank
you.
100 stars from Scott Weber. Robbery to remind Tony when we go back to Sparky that he did something before the scene switched. Okay, let me know what he did before it switched.
Is there any way to funnel the troops on the south side, or is it just like all open into the desert, into the plains?
Oh, okay. It's plains right outside. There's no mountains.
There's no
yet.
natural structures or anything that like they can be funneled into, or
No, not really. 1 minute.
It's plains. It's not sand. It's not desert, right?
It's plains. No, it's not. No desert here.
Okay,
Going back to Tom's idea from earlier, is there any way that we can have a few airships attack some demons, then speed away, have the demons chase the airships until the demons near the sunken city fight the army?
Well, Dragano's forces are with the queen, no? Aren't there knights from the...
Yeah, we said that earlier, I thought.
Yeah, you're talking about demons amongst the army, or talking about demons like amongst the lands?
I think amongst the land.
Yeah, so they talked about that earlier. They were saying that like you could try that, but it's. I mean, I'm going to do a toss-up roll for that because the demons could. If the demon was in fact against them, it's more likely it would be for them. But if it was against them, I have to make a roll to see if it attacks them or you.
Right.
Oh, so they may just join the fight on their side then.
Yeah, or just be a factor that's not going to help you because they probably would hate you more than they would hate them because they're more similar to them. Keenan Brown Xander is an idea coming in. We'll set up a counterattack with the criminals for some of the weak points in the wall that could buy time for it to be repaired. Derek Luxon Gathard will still fire flares into the sky to warn the city when the enemies are near. He will then move his airship high enough that he can avoid being hit by ground forces and will then use flares to let the city know when the enemy is in range of the city's guns. These are all good things. Evan says Volt will stand by to do quick repairs on the cannon or tank if needed while relaying information around the city. If the tank deploys or engages, he will stick with the tank to protect his flanks. Onify says to have set up pit traps on the back side of the gates for bottlenecking. And 100 stars from Scott Weber. Thank you so much. The Gnomes deploy their automated pike wall machines for any ground forces approaching on dry patches of land. Okay, guys.
I have one more question.
Last question, and then this is it. You got to tell me the 3 things. Basically all those ideas will happen because that's all the fan players doing their parts. Go ahead, guys. Let me go, Dan.
The whale that helped us out in the ocean that one time. Is he available to help us out?
We're getting desperate. You don't know.
Would the airships be able to hold the cannon? I mean, not the cannon, the tank.
Yeah.
So what if we mount the tank on an airship and go from above and just rain down terrible shots of pure power?
It's basically the same thing that the airships are doing already.
Yeah, the airships can already.
The firing
I
cannons
thought the
down.
tank was like bigger. It was like a giant.
It is
shot.
It is a bigger thing, but it's kind of the same thing.
Gotcha.
We could have one land the tank behind the army and have it try and disrupt them there, but I don't know if that's just...
That's what I was saying about the
suicide.
ships,
I think that's a
though.
suicide mission, just putting the tanks on the floor.
The ship should flank from above. Have them swing around.
That's a good idea. Put the ships.
That's
ships
what I
on the
said
rear.
earlier. Like, have the
Okay.
ships fly out
There's
past the army and come in while we are attacking from the walls from the front.
Okay.
So you can
front war.
So we can have the airships attack initially, right, at a range, retreat, flank, and do what you're saying, right?
Have them go out and then
Have them go out, come
and then
back,
go out again.
and then go around.
That's
I mean,
not bad.
they move faster than the army, so
Okay. So
will they move faster than the catapults? What if they just shoot down the airships?
they could outrange them. I would think. I would think the catapults wouldn't be able to go as high as the airships can.
They look ginormous. I don't know.
We got to disable those catapults.
Yeah, let's disarm them.
Then maybe the airships should disable the catapults.
Yeah.
Yeah, focus on the catapults.
Okay.
Okay, the airships are going to do rear guard runs, and then they're going to hit out the catapults. You have 6 seconds to give me another idea, and then 6 seconds to give me a third idea. Otherwise, that's it. You don't get the benefits. Here we go. Go. 6, 5.
Ice balls. Ice balls.
Ice balls.
Ice balls.
4.
Yeah.
Rob's like,
3.
We fill the sewers with gunpowder, like for last ditch effort.
Oh my God.
We've already blown the city up once.
2.
Yeah. What about oil?
No.
Full
Oil.
Cersei and just the whole thing.
Okay, your choices now. All you got is ice balls or fill the city's sewers with gunpowder or none. What's your choice?
Oil balls.
None.
Ice balls, I guess. Of those
All the balls.
of those 3 choices.
Where are we
I'm
gonna
not
get
sure
ice
what that
balls?
means.
Where are we getting
Which I
ice?
think means the
That's
same
what I
thing as
wanna
enough.
know.
I think that's effectively nothing.
Where are these ice balls coming
I actually,
from?
I have a
Where?
legitimate question. Would
Hey,
were
listen,
the
I said
vaults
something.
were the vaults completely raided
It's a good idea.
back in the day?
Where we get the ice
you-
from? That's all I want to know.
You don't really know that answer. You have to ask Jinty. See
Well,
if he can tell you.
I would be
He's like, we lost a lot during it. Why?
maybe there's something in there that can help us.
Oh man, it's not a time to go through the vaults looking for items.
I'm just put 2 guys on it. See what's in there.
We need tactical strategy, not ice balls and gunpowder in the sewer.
It's the best I got.
I'm a gnome in a suit. I don't know tactical strategy.
I'm a gnome in a suit. Guys, it's 6 seconds for your third idea and final idea. Go. 6.
I got nothing.
5.
This is against the rules of war, but target their generals.
Ooh.
Target the leaders.
Okay.
Kill them first.
Is it
and
one
hope the
idea?
Army
4.
falls to rabble.
4.
And get some melted metal from Corny's Corner. And pour hot metal on them so they
Okay.
have hot metal on them.
3.
Well, they like hot stuff.
This just
Yeah, but when the
disintegrates
metal
nothing.
cools, it's gonna make them like a statue, like a metal statue.
2.
And then we make the catapults into catadonts.
Aw.
And we win.
You were setting yourself up for that one,
1.
weren't you?
That's it. Want to go with boiling metal or Tom's idea? Shoot the generals.
Shoot the generals.
Generals.
Shoot the generals with the metal.
The generals.
If Brooke was running things, it'd be ice balls.
It's either extreme
balls
cold
in
or
the
extreme heat.
And
And hot metal, man.
Hot metal. The second one's not bad. I like the second idea.
hot metal's good, but like.
Could you write that down?
Where are we gonna
Target
get enough?
generals, rear guard attack, and
Especially
Disable catapults.
Gunpowder
just
in
go
the
down
sewer.
to the shop.
Target
I'm
general
sure
and
he's
disable
got enough
catapults,
for
yeah.
like
disable catapults.
hundreds of thousands of guys.
Gunpowder and sooner isn't the worst idea, but you have to sacrifice.
I can't.
I mean, poor Sunken City. It's been attacked twice already.
like-
I can't get on
That's
board
like
with
when
that
the
one.
whole army gets into the city, then just light it up.
Let's lead him into the sewer. Okay, you guys start getting ready for battle. Gnomes start getting on the walls, basically, literally getting ready. And
Are we sticking together, Gnome Patrol, or are we splitting up?
Gnome Patrol is making its way probably somewhere towards the front. You see people start leading it, and all of a sudden you hear whispers saying that, like, it's like, where's Arky Fit? Where's Arky Fit? Where's Arky gonna be? And you guys in Gnome Patrol see
don't know.
Volt look at you guys, and Volt goes like this, and walks away. He gets out of his suit, and all of a sudden you see him transform because he's a changeling, and walks out as Arky Fint.
Here I am, everybody. Sunken City, Arky Fint is here to lead you to victory.
Yay!
We've defended this city before, and we can do it again.
Go Gnomes!
No patrol!
No patrol!
No patrol! No patrol! No patrol!
Okay, I'll roll d20 for the audience. Okay, there. It seems to be worked. That was an idea by Evan, by the way. Congratulations,
Nice,
it
nice.
did work.
Good.
Thank you, Evan.
Good job, Evan.
We'll give another plus in combat when combat comes up. You walk away, and he turns back into to Volt and gets in the suit. They think Arky's there, like lead them in the whole thing. Gnome Patrol gets on top of the wall. Huge mammoth wall. The camera flies up to where you guys are, looking out. You see this giant, long army coming in, black armor. You see vehicles in the back coming forth. You can see wizards in it. You see giant demons walking amongst the whole thing. Thowin just stands there and just pulls out his sword very early, in fact, but like just as the gesture. It just sits there. The sword lights up. And you see Carl Linger comes up, and he's got his daggers out.
60-year-old Carl Linger.
I'm not 60. I'm pretty old, though. It's not 60. He stands there. No patrol is on the walls with him, getting ready for battle. The airships fly overhead. Just start going out there. Gathard's ship comes in, letting everybody knows where that the army's coming. You see Liv Morris' ship is in the background, flying across. You see the gnomes getting up against the wall in the back of the walls, and they have their flamethrowers out. And you see the cannons are all being loaded, all be cocked. And that battle is ready to go. Now, we're going to end this episode by going back over to what you guys want to hear right now.
Oh, boy.
I have a feeling we made a boo-boo.
I have a feeling we made a boo-boo.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
In the tree or in the sunken city?
In the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going back to the tree, guys. Guys, we are in the tree. You guys have just made a force cage around Andaria. Sparky starts to cast a spell at the very last seconds. Everything goes beautiful white, and all of a sudden, you feel yourself almost like leave your body, and everything gets very slow, and you see the spores all coming in from all sides, and immediately they're on the force cage. Like,
Oh, boy.
they're all out like 25 feet back, all just like pushing in on the force cage, eating at the energy of the force cage. You guys all just see the white light, as I told you before. And while this feels happy, it's not really that happy. All of a sudden, you open your eyes. Everyone is standing in like this green field, and you feel like you've left your body and you're kind of like somewhere else.
Oh, no.
And you're walking around, and at first it feels very peaceful. And you walk around, and you see Andaria is just like standing there with her head down, and it basically looks like a forest and plains and all these sorts of things. Everyone's there.
We see each other?
What?
We see each other.
Yeah, you're all there. It's almost like a shared vision. And this happened when the first person made contact with her.
Did we die?
I think so.
Did we die? Is that what you said?
Is that it? Yeah, yeah.
It does seem like that.
All right, they get us.
Not yet.
Is anything happening to the rings, Tony?
Here you don't see the rings. You're not Captain Andar anymore. In fact, you see him look at the rings, and you notice that all of you are not the same. I'm gonna speak this from the point of view of Abyssia, maybe sharing her thoughts to kind of not wrap this up, but speed it up. Abyssia, you can tell, Ormond a little bit, but Abyssia, you can tell that you guys are in another state of being. You're almost like in your conscious states. You are your egos. You are your conscious. Okay? Everybody get a piece of paper real quickly. Whatever your wisdom is your new level. This is the level of your consciousness.
What?
Boy.
Yes.
Okay.
Not good.
So write your wisdom down, and that is what your level is. Okay. You're gonna have your plus to attack will be what that number is. Your hit points will be the max that is allowed by your class at that level, plus your constitution.
I'm dead.
Yeah, me too. What the I'm at a negative.
Poor Thistle.
How does that work? Does that mean I wasn't born yet?
What do you mean
I'm
you
at
weren't
a
born yet?
negative.
Why would
Yeah,
you
me
be
too.
at negative?
Because you said wisdom
Yeah.
score. I have a negative.
Oh no, the minimum is 1. If you have a
alright.
negative score, it's 1.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm at 1.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Wait,
no.
what was the last thing? Wait.
You said if you have a negative,
If you're
as
negative
that
wisdom,
number,
then you have a 1. Your first level.
then it's a 1.
So what was after the hit points? What was the?
Take the maximum amount of hit points that you can possibly take on a level.
Right.
So if you're a
Right.
fighter, you take 10. You take 10 times whatever your level is. Add your constitution that you would.
Uh-huh.
And your plus to attack is now going to be whatever your wisdom is also.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is the state and the being of your conscious state. You're walking around Andaria, and you see her sitting there, and kind of her head is down, and she's just standing there. And you feel that you're not your physical beings anymore, or you're something else, and you're like in like her realm on a different kind of plane of being, in a sense. Okay, God, you guys can roleplay. God, you're aware of everything I just said.
Andaria? Are you okay?
No. We are in danger here.
Where are we?
She points forward, and you see all of a sudden that the forest starts getting very dark.
Oh no. What do we do? How can we help?
How did we get here? Where is here?
She kind of sits there. All of a sudden, she starts like putting her arms around herself and like sitting down, and you see like all of her starts getting blacker and like dark and like gray. And all of a sudden, the ground comes up and it kind of encapsulates her and swallows her. The sky starts going dark, and you see in the distance a shadow of a large creature coming.
Oh boy.
All right. I get myself in between where she was and the large creature.
Me too. I stand next to Finn.
Okay, you guys kind of start standing ready between whatever is coming and Daria.
Is she like completely like encapsulated, or whatever happened to her?
You see on the ground, you see like almost like roots come up and just like kind of captured her, and she kind of almost like she like kind of like let it happen.
Do the roots look black, like
Yes.
what's coming?
Yeah. You can roleplay, guys.
What? Does anyone know where we are or how we got here or if we can get back?
We're dead. Best guess I got is the song, whatever happened in that white light.
This is nothing I've ever encountered before.
Abyssia? Do you know what you did?
I wanted to heal Andaria, the world Andaria. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, good. That's all of us. Cilantro, just by any chance, do you have any ideas about what's happening right now?
Well, I believe I read a book once that said this seemed like the spirit world, particularly that of where elves go until they are waiting to be reborn. So there's probably a bunch of elves in their in-between lives all around us.
Oh,
interesting.
Wow, I didn't think you. Thank you. I'm glad I asked.
You are so wise.
Well, not really, according to what Tony just told us. I'm pretty weak, actually.
Join the club.
So we have to wait here until we get reborn? What?
I don't think we're gonna have time to wait here. Whatever's coming is gonna be here soon enough, and I don't think it's gonna be good.
Do we have any stuff on us or any knowledge of our previous abilities? I know our levels reduced, but like, do I know wizard spells or am I just?
You feel like you do have magical ability. You don't know how much you can use. You feel like it's limited. In a sense, you're not physical here. You're only in the state of your consciousness, your awareness, your light.
So I have my guns on me?
You do have your guns on you.
Okay.
You feel like a shadow of yourselves. That's the best way to put it. That's the exact way that I should put it. You feel like a shadow of your former self.
So Ormond's wisdom was the same as my level. So, but I still changed a little bit.
No.
Like, I wouldn't have the same spells, right?
Your wisdom is the same. You have a 15.
18.
Oh, he's using
He's using
regular stats.
He's using regular stats.
So
yeah.
you're the modifier.
Okay.
You're the modifier.
So it'd be a 4.
So 4.
Okay.
No, 3 for 15, right? 15.
Oh, 15. I thought you said 18. I'm sorry.
18.
Oh, I thought you said 15.
What's your wisdom, Liam?
I
In the
had it
game.
as 18. in
Oh,
whatever
so it's
regular-
4. Yeah, he's 4th level.
Okay, so I'm only level 4. Oh, I'm a little baby boy.
Okay. So you guys are sitting there. All of a sudden, you flash back, and you're outside, and you're standing in the cage, looking around, and you see all these creatures are like puckering up on the force cage, eating away at it. Rob, Damien, and Jordan, roll a d20 for me. Either you roll a 1, the force cage breaks.
Oh my god.
Are we
12.
18.
20.
Nice.
The cage will never break.
The cage holds. You guys start to become aware of both realities, the physical reality and whatever this other reality of is, and you feel like you're with Andaria in one state, and you're with her physical being in the other state. You could take an action on each one. I'm gonna give you guys one action.
Is there anything happening with the spores that are inside that area with us?
No, they're still like batteried on her.
All right. I have an idea. I take out that special dagger that I got, and I stab a spore with it.
Interesting. Okay, Vin, what are you gonna do?
I'm actually looking to Ormond to continue doing what the plan was to try to fix the ring, because I feel like this is the only thing that we can use right now to get us the hell out of here.
Okay, so you just look at Ormond. Ormond, what are you doing?
In the world where I have the rings, I'm attempting to heal the broken one.
Okay,
now that I'm at
the broken ring is
Andaria.
Right. The broken ring already healed from before, so that's fine. You were able to put that together.
Yeah, but he's got to repower it, right?
Yeah.
He needs to do something else. I'm not going to answer that question directly, but he needs to do something with Andaria or needs to figure something out.
Oh, Ormond.
Put the ring on her.
I've put
That's what I was trying to do.
Yep.
Yes.
Put the ring on her.
I take the reforged ring and I place it on Andaria's.
Write these down. That's what they're doing. Damien attacks with dagger, goblin dagger. Liam puts the ring on Andaria. That's what he's trying to do. Rob, what are you gonna do?
I'm also just gonna hold and see what happens. Not
Hold.
quite sure.
That's good. Abyssia.
I've been doing a lot of that lately.
Can I touch her?
You can do whatever you like.
Okay, so I start singing a healing song.
How many
over
gods
her.
are you gonna touch in one day?
How many
What?
gods you could touch in one day? It's a different day.
Sorry, 2 days.
It's a different day.
I start singing a healing song over her.
Okay, so Abyssia tries.
Cilantro would like to help with this. He'd like to. His 2 tattoos of wolf eyes were given to him to ward away bad spirits, and he's going to just try to help Abyssia with this song. He'll offer his instrument, or he'll offer to start trying to tear off those roots that were plaguing her.
Okay. Tom. Findelar.
In the spirit world, I move towards the imminent darkness to try and see if I can find out exactly what it is. I don't wait for it to come. I move towards it. In the material world, I say, everyone get closer, and I just put up a force cage inside the force cage, so that we have another level of protection if this starts to go.
Are you able to do that in between?
I'm gonna double check on that. If I don't, then the spell fails, because that's what I think. That's what I'm gonna try and do. It. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
Okay.
I'll let you know. All right.
Anyone I not get to? Is everybody? Sparky tries to cast Banishment. This is from Scott Weber on the spores nearby, and Lump is gonna pretty much attack the spores with you. When you see you pull a dagger out, Lump's like, I know that spell. Here we go. And he starts going to rip everything out. You guys, you pull out your dagger to attack. Some of you start thinking about clawing it out. Abyssia touches. Everyone goes to their action. It's a pretty bad situation, and we're gonna stop right there for 40 Dungeon today, guys. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Tune in next time.
This was an episode of setups. It looks like the Sunken City battle is about to take place when we start next time. We're right there at the cusp of it. We're right there at the cusp of whatever is going to go down. They're seeing that their physical world is meeting up with their spiritual world as they're touching Andaria, and I'm sure they have no idea how to affect that. And Hogar is making some headway on his journey into Queensland to try to get Argonne's body back to Queen Frigg. Guys, we appreciate you come hanging out with us today. I'm very excited for next episode. I kind of wish we just keep playing. Jordan, thank you for coming on the show today. Are you available any chance next week?
Maybe. It's Thanksgiving week. I'll have to get back to you, but it's been a blast. Right. I'd love to join if I can make it work.
Awesome. If you could join, that's great. If not, no problems. We appreciate having you on the show. Guys,
thank you.
Check out flutesloot.com for any kind of D&D resources. And it's a great website, and Jordan was fantastic playing with you.
Thank you so much. A lot of fun.
Guys, we're going to go live on Discord right after this. Don't forget the merchant store is out. It is right there right now. You can access it. You can buy shirts starting today. Don't forget that you can watch us every week here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And guys, like I said, we're going to Discord right now in about 3 or 4 minutes. So stick around and watch the after show. We have a lot to talk about. Should be pretty interesting. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. We will see you soon next time on Audio Dungeon.